What's up, guys? Welcome back to the trading floor. Hopefully, you guys are doing great. I am doing absolutely amazing. So, today, let me just pull up the chat here. I don't have it yet. Today, I took one trade, one win, and ended up being a very good win. So, very happy with that. Coming from, I did take two losses. So I took two losses, one win, another loss, and another win. So still, I would say, still pretty rough last 2 weeks in general. But it's part of the game, and I don't stress this. I don't stress too much regarding my results. You guys already know. Um, Focused on just executing my plan and trying to be on side most days, and if I'm not, then executing the next day and waiting until the market meets with my strategy. That's really my approach. How did you guys do today, though? I can see we just resetted the stream, so we're gonna let some time for the people to join. But yeah, so yeah, right here I put the cam a little bit. You can see my room a little bit wider in this point of view. I like it. I like it that way. I definitely like it that way. You guys like it? What's up? What's up, guys? A different stream. Amos want his own like goals. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I want my own like goals, actually. No, but let me go over the trade that I took this morning, and then take a trade with you guys potentially if I see something. I don't know why I'm disconnected. Why am I disconnected? Let me see. Let me see. All right, that's good. Okay, perfect. Let me see if it's okay. So this was the trade that I took this morning. 1-to-1 risk to reward, same exact approach, same exact trade that I take every single day. And let me walk you through the reason why I took it and why I judged that this trade is a very good trade and something that is repeatable in the future. So here, let's go at 9:59 because this is where the hourly candle is going to close. First thing that I do in the morning is look at how my first hourly candle closed. Okay, the hourly for me is the best time frame to tell me the story of the time frame I'm looking at. So let's say here I'm looking at the hourly. If I look at the previous bar, depending on the strongness and depending on how it closed, it gives me a very good story of where is my next candle most likely going to expand. So here, what can I read from this candle? We swept the previous candle's high. We also swept the previous candle's low, rejected a lot of hourly lows here, but then closed back within the range. What does that tell me? It doesn't tell me much really about what's happening. It's telling me that it's more of a range than anything else. So here, I cannot really predict if the next bar is going to be bullish or bearish. What I decided to do here, since I saw that we swept both sides of the range, I treated this candle as being a range, basically. Okay, so forming a high and a low point. So then I was like, if we open at 10 right here where we closed, if we open and then we drive up very aggressively and we start accepting above the 9 a.m. high, then I will locate myself as a buyer to predict that the next candle will be bullish. Or if we open and go lower and start breaking below the 9 a.m. low, I will do the same thing, but on the short side, basically. So here, as soon as this 10 a.m. candle opened up, look at what happened. We chop. We swept the 9 a.m. low, okay, and immediately started to bounce to the upside. This right here will not necessarily force me to just only look for longs because of that rejection. Sometimes I end up shorting those kind of rejections depending on where we are in a specific timing. So the most important levels for me in the morning are the 9 a.m. open and 10 a.m. open. Usually when I want to long, I want to be above those two levels. And if I want to short, I want to be below those two levels. I'm always riding the higher time frame candle's opening price. Okay, so here, this is my 9, this is my 10. So right there, those are the levels that I look at truly. I'm like, okay, we swept the previous candle's low, but what I'm looking to see is how much acceptance we can have above those two levels. And if we have a lot of acceptance and we get closer and closer to that previous hourly high, I will know that the likelihood of us reversing from that level is way lower than us actually taking out that high. Because the closer you are to a liquidity pool, the more chances you have of sweeping it. So here I was waiting, and when this happened, I was framing basically either a long opportunity if we broke out above the 65 level, long back towards that most recent high, or if we wicked that level and started to bounce back very aggressively and started to disrespect all those levels and started to close below 45, we would be below the 9, below the 10. I would short the bottom of the range. That was my play this morning. I treated that first hourly candle as my range. And right here, we broke out very aggressively. This is where I decided to enter longs, take profit right here, stop loss being at a 1-to-1, trying to cover most of the range, and also giving myself a little bit of breathing room to potentially add to this position on the way down. So here we pulled back, chopped for a while, and then ended up hitting the target pretty aggressively at around 10:44, which is exactly when a 15-minute candle closes. Was this a trade that, let's say here we started to disrespect that bullish gap, we started to create bearish aggression? Was I, let's say, stressed within the trade when I started to see that bearish structure being formed? No, because I know that the overall direction is far more important for me than the entry. I know that those, you see how we created that shift in market structure. So high, low, higher, high, and then we broke below the opening price of the last series of up close candles that created the sweep and that inverse basically. So we created some sort of shift in market structure right there. When I see this, I know this is also a potential fake out to generate sellers within the market to then rally up very aggressively to my target, which is exactly what happened in this case. So when we form those, the aggression to the downside, I'm not tripping about it. I'm letting some room for my trade to breathe, and until my stop loss gets hit, I am gonna let the market do its thing. So this is how I read the chart from 10 to 11. I take one trade per day. If I lose, I lose. If I win, I win. And let it compound until 2 months, 3 months, maybe. I would say usually after a month and a half, 2 months, I'd be able to request a payout on 550K Lightning funded accounts. Before that, probably not. I would average like five hours, 6 hours maybe per month on a good month. On a bad month, like 2 to 3. So it takes some time to build up the account balance, but it is what it is. This is my overall approach, and this is the only way for me to stay composed, and stay alive within this market. So my question is, one full loss is how much versus these aggressive wins are only 1 to 3 versus full losses? Wait, my question is, one full loss is how much versus these aggressive wins? Okay, that's the thing. You need, okay, if you want to build the account balance in the best way possible, it is better for you to have a static entry and enter full size every day at the same area. It's better. It is 100% better. I'm just gonna keep it brutally honest. It's like, for me, just put yourself in my shoes. It's I just want to show people that I have the direction. Yeah, I was like, nah, it's alright, it's alright, it's alright. So like, So for me, let's say it's like there's two ways of approaching it, basically. Okay, it's, let's say you enter, the question that he's asking me is, if you're not entering full size on the initial entry, then how big is your losses when you lose, and how big is your wins when you win? I'll keep it pretty simple. It is better to build an account balance having a static entry with full size and a static stop loss and take profit, because the amount of times that it will actually bounce from the aggressive entry is going to be very high. Okay. Second thing is, if you don't enter, with good size, enough size, then you're most likely gonna lose more than win, depending on certain market conditions. If it retraces deep, but then all the deep retracements are losses, but when let's say the only wins that you get are from the aggressive entries, then you're probably gonna get screwed from that data also. From my perspective, though, let's say when I'm streaming, it's better for me to enter light and then add to my position to to stay calm within those trades, and for streaming purposes, basically, for sure. But in general, let's say how is it better to manage your accounts? I would say entering heavy at a specific point every time is gonna be better for you. Hopefully I was clear on that. But you can make the count. It's like it's really depending on certain market conditions. I'm telling you. How I treated it with my live account, let's say I don't have it anymore, but how I treated it with my live account is I was actually being very patient. Okay. But how do you need to treat it to receive a payout with props is different. Because let's say for me, I'll give you an example. Let's say the range is like this, okay? And I'm waiting for us to break here, and then I'm longing. For me, with my live account, it's true. With my live account, I truly don't mind seeing a pullback here and making 300 bucks from that move, and 400 bucks, and then request a daily payout. And if we retrace deeper, then I'm adding to my position. That with a live account is probably the greatest way to stay alive most of the time. Because in general, it retraces pretty often. But I would say with a prop account, you could be on a very dry streak where the aggressive entry ends up only being the winners, basically. So every time you will win small, and every time you will lose big. So that's the counterpart, of course, of that. But with a live account, it works way better than with sim, I would say, because you could get content with winning 400, 500 bucks on the aggressive entry, where with props, it takes way longer because you need to reach a certain account balance before requesting the payout. But coming back to your question, just find the middle ground. Find the middle ground. Find the area where, okay, I want to enter here. I'm good with taking some good drawdown, and that's it. The best way you can do it truly is by having the widest stop as possible and entering aggressively. So let's say like the best way you can do it is truly by having a negative risk to reward. If you truly want to have the highest win rate and put all the stats in your advantage using those accounts, let's say you have Tradeify accounts, I would go with this strat. I would go for a 0.8 risk to reward. I would risk more than what I'm willing to make to then make sure that I stay alive within that trade and I enter aggressively and I make enough. That's what I would do. What do you think about it? But it is definitely not easy, depending on certain market conditions. Sometimes it will be the best play, sometimes it will be the worst possible play, which is it's hard. It's for sure hard. Amos, this is important to me. How you can walk away with a loss stop? What the fuck? Revenge and overtrade. I always make that, then blow my account. Can you repeat that question? Can you retype that question? How can you walk away with loss stop revenge? Okay, I would say if you want to be okay with walking out with a loss, then you need to be sure that what you're doing is worked in the past and is well thought, has a good thought process, is a good strategy. That's the only way for you to respect your rules, in my opinion. I say it all the time. There's no other ways to stop revenge trading or over trading or not respecting your rules than to backtest, really. It's like, I'll give you an example. Let's say you are gonna get into a fight, a boxing match, okay? And then let's say you are in the ring and then you get hit and you lose the first round. Okay, so let's say it's comparable to losing a trade. Then what are you gonna do? Are you gonna start thinking about, oh my god, I took that loss, I lost that round, you know what, I'm just gonna, next round I'm just gonna rush him and try to knock him out and not follow my plan and see how that goes, because that's the only thing I'm thinking about. Are you gonna do this, or are you gonna cope by saying, all right, I lost that round, it's all right, I have a game plan and I know I practiced a lot, I know that I have the right way of punching, I know how to defend myself, let's just wait for this guy to be a little bit more to have weaker punches, have a less cardio, and then hit him with something. That would be the best approach. Just wait, let time do the work. Practice losing small and do it. I mean, the overall problem, I would say, it's like there is one main problem, is that most people don't know how to lose because they truly think like they don't see let's say a small return being something that is good. Basically, they see, let's say you make 4 Rs in a month. 4 Rs meaning that you make 4 times what you risk per trade. Okay, so you won 4 trades more than you lost within that month if you trade a 1-to-1 restore. Some people can't accept that because they think you should make more, or everyone is making more, when in reality it's not true at all. If you make this consistently, you know how to scale it, it's over. Or like, you're gonna lose and you're gonna lose your ass too. Like, you're gonna lose multiple trades back to back, you're gonna lose accounts, it's gonna be hard sometimes you will wanna freaking change strategies. It will all happen, but at the end, if you stick to it, sheesh. Okay, so here hourly candle is pushing very aggressively from bro, same action happened yesterday. Bro, the capitulation is crazy. You see, like, this is exactly what happened yesterday. Big bullish bar at 9, candle at 10, sweeps the high, closes back within the range. You know how much time this happens? It's within the last few months? Almost never. Same thing here, big breakout. This is the moments where I'll be offside, really. So let's wait and see if there's a good opportunity within this range to take something, maybe on a pullback. But with how aggressive this candle printed to the downside, I would expect the next one to print bearish also and sweep these internal lows. All right. So currently waiting to see there's a potential pullback. I would want to see a pullback around 73. That would be the best. That would be so clean. I tried 6 MNQ and took $800 loss now. $1,200 drawdown. Good afternoon, Amos. Love to log on and watch your streams, especially Asia session. Thank you, brother. We still have we have streams, Asia session streams from Monday to Thursday. So we still have one tonight, and tonight it will be with Zahim. So we're gonna have someone with us. Are you in the trade? Nope, not yet. So here, aggressive move right at the open from the sellers. Let's see what ends up happening. I definitely am looking for shorts more than longs with how that hourly candle closed. Would want to see something like this. You know, a shift in market structure right there. Buyers getting squeezed right after. Potentially take a sale from here and try to hit the bottom of the range. That would be my play. Or depending on how this 15-minute candle closes, if we capitulate, the sellers, you know, get squeezed, and we can close around like the 56s, like above 55, or like even 50, above 50, just engulfing the previous open. I would potentially try to long back towards this unfilled above me, which is a different play than usual, but it's still a very good one. Would be playing off of the 5th candle rather than the 4th. So 2 plays here we can catch. Either we shift here, but then the 15 becomes very weak and flips right back below its opening price. We sell, or we are very strong, and I'm gonna long back towards the unfilled 15. 2 plays we can take. So let's wait. Are you doing Asia session today? Yes, I am. Of course. Doing it every day. By the way, was I right again? Was I not right again? Was I not right again on the Asia session stream? I told you. You see, now, like, that's the thing. Again, I said it and I'll say it again. You will never truly see the value in what I'm saying until you tried every strategy and all of those failed for you. Because I told you yesterday, I was like, hey, I know we have a big likelihood of going back towards the daily low. I know it. I've seen it. This previous candle closed bearish. I do not want to fade those higher time frame sellers. I don't want to do this. So then everything that happens within this range it could be fake outs for literally 2 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, and then hit the target, which is exactly what happened, which is why also I don't put too much emphasis on my entry. Again, here, if you had this low as your target and you understood somewhat of the framework I'm trading during Asia, then everything here is really noise, you know? So now you understood, okay, why sometimes I answer with micros and I wait for a deeper pullback. Now you understand. It's so easy to judge when you just come on stream and you see someone just jumping in on the first candle and you're like, okay, this guy. It's been back to back now. On Asia, we're 10-1, so 10-1 on the stream. Oh shit, my mic was hiding me. It was a little bit too low on that one. Now we have to convince you to stream Sunday night when Asia opens. The thing is with streaming Sunday night is that I'd be streaming 6 days of the week, which doesn't give me too much time to create content. You know, so I would have to either give up on Friday and do Sundays, but Sundays I have soccer games. You know, and I create most of my content on Saturday and Sunday. What do you look for to know that it's a reversal? Good question. But that is a good question. Here, I would look for what's above me. That's the first question I'm asking myself. And how did my previous candle close? So here, if I have an unfilled fair value gap above me, telling me a story here. This gap is telling me that within the last 45 minutes, the sellers were so aggressive that the first candle's down wick didn't touch the third candle's up wick, meaning that this area right here is an area where the sellers basically initiated an aggressive down move and the buyers couldn't have a fair exchange here, okay, in price. So that means that this area has low volume. If you see a big displacement candle, usually there's low volume in that area because it's a flush, basically. An area with high volume is an accumulation phase. An area with a lot of wicks, a lot of time. You spent a lot of time within that area, okay, within that price tag. But here, you didn't spend a lot of time within that area because as soon as you started to displace, you know, you created a 142-point 15-minute bar. That tells me that this area has low volume and the market is currently inefficient. And for the market to be efficient, we need to retrace back towards that inefficiency, that fair value gap, and find fair value. So then what I'd be looking for is a candle, okay, not just the 1-minute chart, because the 1-minute chart could fake you out. A candle that closes or is about to close in the direction of that gap. It could be a candle that wicks that low and closes back within the range, or a candle that closes bullish and points towards that gap. Once I have this, then I scale down to the 1-minute chart and try to find the right structure in order for me to see if lower time frame participants are actually stepping in towards the area where I think the price is going to be drawn into. And once I have all of those confirmations, then I take a trade. So currently on the hourly, with how this hourly candle closed, it's showing me that the sellers are in control, okay? I would predict that the next candle would be a bearish candle on the hourly. What's happening within that 15, I would need to see a candle close before giving you the story of, okay, what is my next 15-minute bar going to do? You know, so now we're breaking out, we're being very aggressive until I see, you know, big aggression from buyers and a 15-minute candle closing in that side, I wouldn't try to long back towards that inefficiency. Okay, so I know it's confusing, but I go from the 1 hour, and the 1 hour gives me my bias for the next 1 hour. Same thing, the 15-minute gives me the bias for the next 15. So here, the bias on the hourly is bearish. Here, even on the 15, I see that there's a gap that could get filled, but it's the overall trend is still bearish because we never truly had a candle pointing in that direction or showing us signs that responsive buyers stepped in. So now I'm just reading the chart. I'm not executing. I'm not executing any positions. But that's basically how I read the market. What's your opinion on Asia session? Do you catch good trades? Yeah, I catch very good trades for sure. My opinion on Asia session is that it's very smooth price action, and if you're content with entering micros, you could you could build a lot of confidence within those sessions. The thing is, it's very weird because when you go and backtest, like depending on the market regime or the market conditions in general, sometimes the Asia session will be amazing and sometimes it will be absolutely horrible in terms of volume and in terms of, okay, what's the structure within that. So one thing that tells me, let's say one thing that I like though is that it's smooth price action. So since I'm reading those higher time frame candles, then and don't put too much emphasis on entries and on super quick scalps, then it's still a good session for me to trade. But of course, sometimes it is harder to read because the conditions are very different. If you go back and backtest those Asia sessions, sometimes, man, there is absolutely no trades to take for sure. Definitely. Guys, we're at 62 likes, around 400 people on the stream. Let's reach 200 likes, and I'm gonna do a 50K select account. Okay, 50K select account giveaway. I mean, I can do this now. I think you guys can see my screen. You can see my left screen now. You guys are gonna be able to look at it now. Or like have it in your POV and see what I'm reading. That's usually the type of background that I use on my videos, and I like to have the stream. So I look at basically the group that we have with the producers, and then I have the chat here on my left. And sometimes I put it in front of me if the chart is not showing me anything. But yeah. I have this for my cup of coffee. Tradeify. I don't even know how to call this in English. How do you call this? Oh no. Or you just put your coffee on it. Coffee holder. a what? Coaster? Coaster? Alright, that's a coaster. I didn't know that word. You see? That's how you know I'm French. A coaster. Damn. Like, there's few words I don't even know. Like, if it's too specific, I swear to God, I don't know. Like, I'll give you an example. One time we went to Miami, and I was with Miriam, okay? And I told her, she was like, we went to grab coffee, and she was like, do you want a straw? I was like, what's a straw? It was like 6 months ago though, but I never used that word before. Straw. You guys are actually gonna think I'm so dumb for that. Oh shit. I didn't know what a straw was. So now I know what a straw is, and I know what a coaster is. So that's good. No, straw as the for the coffee. Is Miriam your sister? Yes. Yes, she is. Um, I left the short trade running yesterday and forgot to put the stop loss and ended up sleeping, and now the account is blown. No way. How? How's that even possible? Oh, you entered too heavy then. Coaster in French? There's not even a word for a coaster in French. That's the thing though, it's like those are the type of words that I don't even know in French. A coaster. Like who uses that word? It's like I would just call that a piece of wood. even even in French, I would just call that a piece of wood. Oh, shit. What coffee are you drinking? I'm drinking Nespresso, I think. That's the brand, Nespresso. What's the giveaway? We're gonna do a 50K select. Did we buy now because we at the bottom of the range? Hell no. I would do the opposite. I think there's more chance of us printing a bearish hourly bar than us printing a bullish hourly bar from that close. So I would anticipate sales, but I would need a specific structure to form and know that buyers got squeezed. So I know there's gonna be a good play to catch, because if I know that some participants are gonna cover, then I know a move is gonna happen. Have you noticed how your friends change when you started making good money from trading? Uh, not really. Not really. You know why? Because my circle is so small. It's so small, and one thing also is like we don't really talk about money like that. Or we try to not talk about money like that. I think money's a is a bad subject to talk about. It holds a lot of energy, and you don't necessarily want other people to know how much you make, because or necessarily know how much another person makes, because it's either going to make you feel a certain way or going to make them feel a certain way, um, which you know there's some people who really don't care, like me. I truly don't care if you're doing good or not, because I'm just like that. But I know, depending on your background, depending on how you, I don't know, how you grew up, if you grew up, you know there's a lot of things that could make someone envious of either your situation or someone else's situation. And I think it's like the worst thing to talk about money. So I don't even try to talk about that subject in general. I just, when we talk about it, I'm like, yeah. You know, I like to keep it that way. The only person that truly knows something is my mother. That's really it. It's the mom, you know? So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for for that. It's like, think about it. It holds so much power because we wake up every single day to chase that. Truly, you know. And let's say like you start talking about money, what's gonna happen is that, okay, someone knows how much you make, then instead of having genuine conversations about life, or just being genuine in general, then the other person will want something from you because he knows he can now, like, you can either improve his life or give him something, which is not what you want. You don't want that. Do you guys agree with that thought process? I've always been that way too. Sometimes I'm very happy with some achievements and stuff, and I say them out loud, and then I see the reaction, and I'm like, damn, like, I shouldn't have said that. Maybe those people feel a certain way right now. I was trying to brag about it, but truly I wasn't. But sometimes, man, you definitely learn a lot from catching yourself saying certain things related to money or related to success in general. You're like, you know what? Should have kept my mouth shut right there. Or, you know what? That person could have felt that way. I should have probably, you know, muted my mic at that moment. you know. Right, it's pretty much that. So for the question that you asked, did my friends change when they saw, like, okay, was a good trader or this or that? No, because I'm not even talking about it. You post your payouts, some of them. I post some of them. With big smile, some of them. For sure. You can't post everything, and people will keep track of will pocket watch you. I think that's a very narrow take. What does that mean? Narrow take. Like on point? Or like you're not open-minded enough? What does that mean? Aggressive dump from the hourly. Holy shit. Expected, I would say, from the hourly. The timing is hard though. A very hard timing to catch. Only trade I would have potentially saw was this one, but I don't want to engage too low within the range. The only way I could have potentially taken that was if we had a closure here at like 617. Entered market with my stop loss here and try to write it out. That you see, like, there is things where I will read it well. There's scenarios I will read it well, but just no entries. Because if I try to enter it like this today and it works, and I try to replicate that tomorrow, then it will not work, basically, because there's no edge in that way of answering. Yeah, he's saying you're not open-minded enough. Maybe. I think that if you have a conversation with someone about money and they want something from you, I think that's very telling of someone's personality. I don't think everyone treats you differently. You're right. I think, of course, it is a very, like you say, narrow way of thinking, of course. But I just think it's not even necessary to speak about it in the first place if that person is not in your field. You know what I mean? Or is not necessarily, if you can smell that the person in front of you is not content or happy with this situation, and then sees someone, let's say it's you, or you know, you're seeing a conversation between someone who is very satisfied with his situation and someone who's not and wants to change it, then that's very different, which is usually most of the encounters that I will have because I'm so young. Keep in mind that when you're young like this, most of the people that you will encounter are still looking to get in this, or oh, I want to try this, oh, this doesn't fit me well, and everyone is searching for something. When, of course, when you're older and you're 40 or like you're 35 and you have your wife, you have your kids, you have a house, and you're already settled in, then it's very different conversations. You know, you can feel that the person in front of you is already, you know, already has his life and responsibilities that he can't truly change anymore, you know. So the conversations that I have with my people are very different because of the age gap. um, Let me know what you think about this. But I truly believe that, of course, yes, it is not open-minded at all, but at my age, it's better to stay out of those conversations. What if someone opens up to you about what they make? If you make less, do you feel like you can talk? Okay, what if someone opens up to you about what they make? If you make less, do you feel like you can talk about what you make? Yeah, yeah, 100%. If I know, I I can only have conversations about money with someone that I know makes money, you know, or makes more. That's just for me. Why are we saying that's a good question? I said that like twice. Bro, that is an impossible session to trade, chat. Oh my god. There was like one opportunity to catch the sales, and for me, the good sales would have been at 20. That's it. Bro, it's already 125. Those sessions are too fast. We chat. Bro, I literally just started to talk to you guys. They're so short compared to the Asia session streams. Oh my days. Name 5 Lil Baby songs. I can name you 5 right now. We Paid, Not Finished, Freestyle, Real Spiel, Back and Forth, Stand on It. Okay, if you think that way, then wouldn't you think that the person who is talking to you may think you want something from them? Damn! Damn! Okay. Now you're cooking. You see, like, those are the type of conversations, like, I love. You know, that is a fucking great question. Holy shit. My brother, I would want to talk to you in real life. um, just speaking about this, I was like, you know, most of the encounters that I have nowadays are so surface level conversations, and I was speaking about this to Miriam also, and I was like, most of the encounters that I have are so surface levels, and I am someone who wants to truly know you and like exchange and like have deeper conversations, but I don't have that too often, and it's normal because I'm not. It's like when you get closer to someone that you start having those. But you see, like what you just asked me, Jeffrey, is like a very good question. But I would say, maybe, but I would try my best, because I would try my best to not make him feel that way. Where some people don't have that level of understanding of, okay, that person right now, if I say this, might feel a certain way regarding that, especially related to money. So I am in touch with what I say a lot. And I know that some words have a lot of impact on other people. And I would be very careful speaking to the other person, and I would make him feel a certain way about it. I would definitely know exactly that I wouldn't approach the conversation by, I would try to be as genuine as possible. That's really what I was, my response. A very good exchange here. Let's talk. I'm neighbors with Brett. Do you know Brett? You know Brett, my brother? Shout out Mali, but that's me. Does speaking to Miriam feels like talking to a comforting auntie? What the? Yo, nah, she actually. Bro, first time I saw her, I did not even know she was in her 30s. I thought she was like 20, 27. Social awareness and social intelligence. Yeah, definitely social awareness. I still catch myself saying some dumb shit sometimes, for sure. 100%. Still working on that. If we ran into each other, we'd end up talking for hours. I'm that type of person though. Like, I just love to talk. Can we talk about the levels? What do you want to talk about now? It's dumping. That previous hourly bar dumped 260 handles without giving us any pullbacks. There's literally nothing to talk about the price action. Yeah, our kids play together. They're best friends. No way. No way. Your kid plays with Maelo. Damn. My French cousin. Rumors say that he will be bigger than me when he's gonna be 8. At 8 years old, he will be taller and bigger than me. That's what the rumors say. That's what I heard. See you tonight, Amaz. See you, my brother. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I love meeting people when I travel internationally. Have made lifelong friends in some far off places like Tanzania and New Zealand. Damn, AB. That's cool. I want to do this. I want to do this for sure. Yes, sir. He is a giant, but my kid is also a tough guy, so they are a perfect match. Amazing. Hopefully, Mel was gonna be able to speak French and introduce your kid to some French words. Hopefully, they're gonna be good words. Can you trade overnights with Select? Yeah, definitely. Oh, it's already 1:32. Chat. Oh my god. I appreciate you guys. Amazing stream, and I'll see you guys tonight. So at 5:55 p.m. This is where I'm gonna launch the Asia session stream. We're doing this every single day from Monday to Thursday. We're currently 10-1, so 10 wins, 1 loss. So make sure to tune in, and let's have a good time. Much love and peace out, guys.
Noisy. The shifting winds of the economy.
Early gains were wiped out.
Most people get a headache just trying to keep their balance. But see Travis over here. He doesn't feel the noise. Because with instant funding and fast payouts, the world is a very quiet place. So you can get back to causing headaches for everyone else. Tradeify, the champion mindset.
Trade their capital, not yours.
Welcome to Tradeify.
First of all, going long. You think prices will go up, so you buy first and sell later.
The mistake people make is picking what sounds impressive instead of what actually fits their trading style.
Let's start with the basics. What type of account am I actually trading?
Do you want to learn more about trading but scared to risk your own money?
Let's talk about the 3 most important numbers you need to watch in Tradeify.
Do you want to learn more about trading but scared to risk your own money? What if I told you there was a way to trade with someone else's capital while you learn? Welcome to Tradeify. This series explains everything about the funded trading world.
The reality is, gambling is random. Professional trading is calculated risk management.
We're pulling back the curtain so you can make an informed decision about whether this path is right for you.
The reality is, you don't need to know everything. The traditional barriers don't apply here.
Without the proper education or support, this is going to happen. But this is exactly why Tradeify exists.
And that is exactly why programs like ours exist, to give you structure.
We provide the structure and capital
while you develop your skills.
Without risking your own money while you learn.
You don't need to know everything. You need to start with the basics and keep learning.
Whether it's concert tickets, sneakers, if you've ever bought something and sold it for more money, congratulations, you're already a trader.
Once you understand this language, trading becomes 10 times clearer.
This series will show you everything that you need to know.
Check out the whole Futures Foundation series over on our YouTube to learn more.
What's up, everybody? Good to see you guys today. I am hanging in for Rebecca and Miriam. They're both off, enjoying life, traveling, moving, all the things. And so y'all are stuck with me today. I'm Jen. If you guys haven't met me before or seen me on stream, I usually come on Wednesdays with Rebecca and Miriam. So I'm stoked to be here. And just looking at what the market has done since I logged off earlier, I traded this morning session, which was a lot of chop and pretty frustrating. So curious, how did you guys all do today? Tell me in the chat, guys, how did you do this morning? Did we get chopped up? Are you green? Are you red? Did you sit on your hands? What did you do? I will go over the 2 trades that I took this morning. The first was terrible, to be honest. I got pretty impatient after basically having the right idea. I think one of the most frustrating things for me in trading is when I have the right read on the market and I have the right idea, but I don't get an opportunity to enter. When price hits my level, I usually am waiting for candle closures, for confirmations. And so I had multiple instances this morning while I was trading and streaming in my community where I said, hey, this is exactly what I'm looking for. Played out perfectly. I just didn't get the entry opportunity. And my goodness gracious, it eventually ate at me. And I took a trade I shouldn't have taken. Luckily, my risk was managed well and everything, but super frustrating. So let's see, red. Okay, killed it in the range. Love to hear it. Hopped in along. Okay, that is a little risky. I mean, so for those of you who don't know how I trade, I actually use VPA, volume price analysis, is like a very large part of how I trade. And so I don't have a level here for you to be taking the long off of, but I do like, if you look at the 5-minute chart, there's a very high volume hammer candle to the upside, green candle right here. So I don't think the long is like terrible. I think we're due for a pullback, but it is heavy. We finally broke this area down here. If we zoom out, you can see that we had been bouncing off of this area since New York session yesterday. We are unable to break this kind of like 620 to 6 or to 579 area. Bounced just consistently, and we finally broke it. And as I kind of assumed, once we broke it pretty dramatically, and have had quite the sell-off from that area. So I'm going to do a quick little review of the trade, the bad trade I took and the good trade I took. The two missed opportunities I had, I was actually looking, when the market opened, I was looking for longs off of this area down here, previous day low and overnight lower down here. I also have a high time frame fib level, is that green line that we've been bouncing off of. It's the 0.5 of I think it's off of the daily. And so I was looking for longs if we pushed below and failed to close below these levels, and price just moves so quick and aggressively off of it. Then I was looking for longs again if we did that, and we did it again. And again, we moved super quick and aggressively. And like I said, I'm typically looking for 5-minute candle closures and then a pullback into that area to find my entry with tight risk. And unfortunately, both of those played out beautifully with no opportunity for my entry model, which was frustrating. I then all here, I had told everybody I was looking for a strong close above the overnight high, this area we could not break on the top end of this range. And like a complete ding dong, it closed at the level. We did have a little bit of volume, and I got in on the pullback to the top of the 30-minute range right here and just got smoked. I was in only a couple of micros, so it was not a terrible loss, but honestly, it did not fit my trading plan. I didn't get the close where I needed it, and this candle ended up printing with really high volume, an anomaly candle, and that kind of from there we've just sold off. So real dumb right there. I did end up getting in along again down here on the bounce of the golden pocket right here from the low to the high of the session, midpoint of the 30-minute orb. And then we also had opening print sitting there. And I took it back up to the 4-hour 200 for about 85 points. So I went red to green this morning. But do you guys ever feel like you are just doing too much? That's kind of how this morning felt. Like I felt like I stared at candlesticks for too long. And ultimately back here on the second idea that didn't play out, I should have just walked away. I should have just been done and said, I'm going to go take a break. And instead I stuck around and I paid. I paid for it up here. I made up for it, but it wasn't, I would say it wasn't my best trading. It's not a day that I look at and I go, wow, I'm proud of this day. Because up here, I broke my rules by taking a trade that was not inside of my plan, and forcing a setup. And that just doesn't ever feel good. So, yeah, so anyway, let's break down kind of what's happening now. We got the close, this strong close below all these bodies down here and below previous day low, and sold off, let's see, 578 all the way down to, wow, a couple hundred points of just straight selling. So I do think that we could see more downside. I don't mind actually this area potentially for a short. I'm not interested in entering a trade right now personally, because like I said, I went red to green already today on my fundeds. And I'm just kind of hanging. You took the same trade? Yeah, it is a sign to step back and mentally reset. I agree. Went up to 25 ES minis this morning. Wait, like you were trading 25 ES mini contracts at once? That's impressive. I would, I think, have a heart attack. I don't know. I'd go into spontaneous labor. I'm pregnant, for those of you who don't know. So I would probably end up in labor if I entered it. That's wild. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, this, I wasn't on when this happened. This is a trade I probably would have taken on the pullback retest into these two levels right here. Anytime we have multiple session levels stacked close like that, I love those trades for a break and retest. We also had the increasing volume on this selling candle, and lots of confirmation there. So I don't want to say it's a missed opportunity, but it is what it is. And now we're just going to wait and see what happens here with this sell-off. It's interesting to me to see such a nice move happening at this time of day, because I'm so used to coming on for this session and kind of just watching the market chop. Does anyone know if there was some sort of, I guess I didn't really look to see if there was any sort of news. Yeah, the idea of holding 25 minis, like that is some serious, you have to have some serious cojones to do that. I don't see any news that came out. Just finally broke down. We did hit that, like, we're kind of holding that 400 psych level, which I feel like with how volatile the market's been and how big the candles have been recently, I feel like it's interesting. We haven't quite been respecting whole psych levels as much, like those hundreds, as we usually do. Does anyone else feel that way? Found your strategy. Today was horrible. All right. Lots of volume coming in on these sells. I'm very interested to see how this hourly candle closes. If we close strong with high volume and we don't end up retracing too much. The next level that I have on watch that I'm interested to see a reaction off of potentially would be this 29,301. It's the 0.618 of this big. I can zoom out for you guys to see it if you want. Let's go to the hourly. So it's basically a fib from the low right here to the high of this giant move up. So we came down and we filled the gap, obviously, completely, and then have been ranging basically right here and finally broke below. And so the next area I'm interested to see is that 29,301. We have 150 points until we get there. But honestly, I think that with the way the market's been moving, we could absolutely get there. It's just a different world we're living in right now. My strategy changed your life as a stay-at-home mom? Are you just saying that? Do you mean that? You're gonna make me cry. Thank you, Kayla. All right. Sasha, what's up, Sasha? It's been respecting QQQ round numbers. Okay. Entered along at 8:36 a.m. Yeah, that wouldn't have been the best place to enter along. Unless you're in a different time zone. Are you saying 8:36 a.m. New York or a different time? Wow, Kayla, that's so nice of you to say. Thank you for saying that. I can't take credit. I've had a lot of amazing people pour into me as a trader on my journey. And so I just try and pay it forward and do the same for others. So we do have some nice buying volume coming in down here. Finding some resistance on that 8 EMA. So an interesting spot here. I wouldn't be opposed, honestly, at if we do pull all the way back up to the bottom of this 30-minute range / previous day low, previous New York low at 577.25. I would potentially look for a short from there if we get volume confirmation and things like that. We are quite extended, so I would want to see us pull back a little bit more. We also kind of have a bit of a flag happening, trying to kind of start to flag on the 5-minute here. I don't usually trade off of patterns like flags, but I like to pay attention to them because like I won't find entries off of them, but I'll watch them form and kind of allow them to influence my bias a little bit is probably the best way to put it. Oh, thank you, Sasha. All right. So personally, I don't like to typically enter trades when we're this extended, right? We've like, to me, I would have wanted to be in this move somewhere up here, obviously. So although I spoke too soon and said, wow, we're actually getting a move during the time that I'm on stream. I need either, for me to take a trade, I would need us to either probably have a little bit deeper of a pullback. Some would take a short off of like the 8 EMA and call that enough of a pullback. But for those of you who don't know how to trade using VPA, volume price analysis, what I'm seeing right now as I watch price play out is we had this big move down, but actually within the past couple of hours, the highest volume candles are these, the highest volume candle rather is this up close hammer candle to the upside, right? Since then, we printed another doji, up close doji, decent volume on that. We had a down close candle here with quite low volume. And then another up close candle with an increase in volume. And so the story that this is telling me is that as we're trying to push down, buyers are stepping in and pushing price up, right? You can see the same thing on the 1 minute. The green candles have a lot more volume behind them than the red candles. Doesn't mean that the shorts won't still come in. It just tells me that I am not interested in taking the short from this area personally. $29,091. 29,091 is the potential low. Wow, that's down there. So you think we're going to sell off another 300 points? I mean, we could. Absolutely could. That's pretty far. We have about 7 minutes, 6.5 minutes left on this hourly candle. It looks like we're going to have a really strong close with nice volume on it. So and Q is going to close in the prior day range. So you think we're going up from here? I'm surprised we honestly are even getting this move. I know that there's a lot of people waiting to see the earnings reports this afternoon, and then the red folder news. What is it that we have? PCP, GDP, one of the Ps. All the Ps are coming out tomorrow that inform inflation. So that should hopefully give us some more clear direction and a move, but still trying to push up. I will be watching, like I said, if we push up into this like 560 to 590 range, I will potentially look for a reaction for a short. Not necessarily saying we'll go all the way back down to the lows. One of my favorite bread and butter setups is a break and retest of previous day low or previous day high. Especially if there's volume confirmation behind it. So that's something I'm going to have on watch. It would look something like this. Hopefully down to this 0.6. I probably wouldn't hold it all the way down to those lows, to be totally transparent with you guys, but we're holding this 463 level very, very, very nicely, like to a freaking T. Rejecting that over and over again. So $29,400 is the supporting trend line on the weekly. How many of you guys usually put on trades during this session, just out of curiosity? How many of you guys are just watching because you like to watch the market and see what's happening? And how many of you guys actively, regularly trade this time frame? Just because the only reason I ask is because I'm curious if there's anyone who like this is their trading time, their trading window, right? For whatever reason, because of your work schedule or something like that. I'm just curious. Really nice flag. Looks like it's about to break. Got that bear flag breaking. So the other area, like I said, I'm going to be watching if we do push down and break these lows is this 301, 300, 301 area. It's a high time frame fib level that I have my eye on. $10 trades a minute. Sasha, you're in a trade, but you're not supposed to trade New York. What are you doing in a trade? You did call the bear flag. Yeah. I don't usually trade, like, put on a trade based on a bear flag or a bull flag, but I do like to watch them play out and help them, let them inform my bias a little bit. So I won't typically enter off of it. Volume stepping back in here. So interested to see how this 5-minute candle closes. We can make a new low, or if it kind of stalls here and starts to bounce. If we get volume and a strong close on it. So one of the ways that I'll trade is I will look for a pullback into a higher volume candle like this, a back test, and then look for an entry on the pullback into the candle. Sometimes I'll even draw a fib on the candle like this and look for a pullback into the golden pocket of a high volume candle. This didn't quite make it up there, but it kind of gave us that back test of the bear flag, and it looks like it wants to push down. The only thing that I see here that makes me not love that trade as much is still the fact that the majority, like the highest volume candle we have, is still this bullish hammer to the upside. So $420 to $460 be a 40-point stop if we pull all the way back. I'm going to watch this and see if we reject this area here. Zero respect. Maybe putting in a double bottom. Really clean reaction, or rejection rather, of that trend line on the bottom side of it for that bear flag right there. So Nothing I'm super interested in taking right now. Oh, you're trading gold. Gold's been dumping, right? I don't look at gold that often. Yeah, PA is bad. I know it's bad. I have no problem saying that. I usually don't end up taking trades when I'm on during this session. It's very rare that I do because typically I've already traded during New York session, which I did. Like I told you guys, I broke down my trades earlier. I had one terrible trade, but it was really small size, so my risk was managed. And then I had a really good trade. So I went red to green. And typically when I do that, I'm not looking to take another trade. Right now, I'm not, I'm only trading 5 funded accounts. I'm not trading a live account right now. I'm not scaling with tons of props. I have my 5 Tradeify funded accounts and I'm focused on those. And, you know, part of getting payouts is taking base hits and being able to walk away for the day. And so I try to follow that sentiment personally and not get sucked into over trading or putting on too many trades just to trade, right? But it's hard. It's for me, I do find it quite hard to sit and stare at candlesticks and not be tempted to enter a trade. Is Jen my username? On what? My username on Instagram is jen.ketter, Ketter. I don't have, technically I think I have a TikTok. I don't even know if I have the login for it. I don't go on TikTok. And I have a YouTube, but there's not a lot on it yet. Go short for the fun of it. If I do take something, it will be with very small size, like 2 to 3 micros in my 150K account. So I'll risk a little bit of my profits. I do like that rejection candle and I like the volume on it. So I think we could go test the lows again from here. But nothing that I love at this moment. I'd rather take something that I feel super, super clear on. I do have an X. I don't really post on that either. I'm not sure what my username is. Let's see. I need to be better about posting on X. I know it's a big trading platform. It's at jen_ketter_. I think my normal username that I like to use was not available on X. So I am trading 150K accounts. $150K funded accounts. I would have actually qualified for a payout today, but I got, did anyone else get kind of screwed by the rhythmic thing with the holiday? Anyone else? Was that just me? I had my consistency messed up because of I thought Friday and Monday were going to count separately. And they did not count separately. Last minute, Rhythmic decided to change the way they were recording it and reporting it back to Tradeify, is my understanding, which I don't blame Tradeify at all. Sometimes these things are out of our hands, or out of their hands rather. But it was a big bummer for me, especially because I went over my consistency anyways on Monday, to the point where I had to go lose $500. So I went and like purposefully lost $500 to get back with inconsistency for Monday, not realizing Friday was counting towards it as well. I knew that they were showing as a combined P&L. And then I was like, sweet, I was able to lose the money. My consistency is good, blah, blah, blah. And then the day ended and it was like, it all showed on Mondays and it messed my consistency up. And since then I found out that it was a rhythmic issue. So whatever, it is what it is. This is the thing, is that I don't know how y'all feel about this, but like, I'm choosing to trade with prop firms. You're not going to catch me being the one complaining about rules. Like, especially like when I posted about trying to lose money for consistency, I had all these people in the comment section being like, this is why prop firms are a ripoff. Like, you shouldn't trade with props. And I'm like, this doesn't make prop firms a ripoff. I signed up for these accounts knowing they had consistency. It's my responsibility as the customer and trader to understand the rules, which I did. I accidentally made too much and then I went to lose it. That doesn't like, I actually kind of like the shorts from this area now. I'm starting to be more convinced on them by the price action, the volume, as we continue to reject this like 450 area. Anyway, I just think it's real rich when people who choose to trade with prop firms complain about prop firm rules, specifically consistency rules. For the most part, I actually love consistency because it helps keep me from over trading. So let's catch up on the chat. I have a little bit of content on YouTube. So I am a mom full-time. I have 2 kids, almost 6-year-old and a 3-year-old, and I'm pregnant with my 3rd kid. So you could say that the reason why I don't have more content across more platforms is that I simply just don't have the bandwidth. It's something I'm working on. I'm like pretty new to the social media space in general. And, you know, it's, if you're not someone who posts content, you might not fully understand the amount of time and effort that it takes to get YouTube videos out and things like that. With X, I would say it's just more so I've never gotten into the habit of using X. I also find it to be quite toxic and negative in a lot of ways. So I'm not trading the live account. So funny story, I actually was about to start trading the live account. I've just traded with props pretty much since I started. And I was going through the process of opening a live account in January. And then I found out I was pregnant and decided that it was not the right time to trade my own live capital. Because if there's any ladies in the chat, or if you are a man who has ever had kids and been there for a woman's pregnancy journey, your hormones kind of go crazy. I am known for the effits when I'm pregnant, just like, you know, kind of being like, whatever, who cares? And that's not a good attitude to have when you're trading, especially trading live capital. So I decided to hold off. I've been trading really well lately though. And I feel like now I'm entering into my 3rd trimester. I may end up opening a live account in the next month or so. I've been considering it again. So I requested my first payout on, I'm guessing you mean Tradeify. How long did it take? I do not recall. It was a while ago. It was fast though. I know it was fast. I know that I think that I saw, because I was perusing the Discord trying to figure out what was going on with the whole consistency holiday thing on Monday evening. And I saw some people posting about having delays. And I think that there's some stuff going on with Rise. I'm not sure if that's still the case, but I would say the mods in the Discord, the Tradeify Discord, are really great at getting back to people. So I would potentially look there. I'm gonna delete this little trend line thing that I have. I would start there and maybe ask the question if you've requested and you haven't seen anything. And then obviously you can also put a ticket in with support. Am I teaching any of my kids chess? I don't know how to play chess. So no. Yes, I trade 150K Lightning fundeds. 150K Lightning fundeds. I also have traded previous to this set of Lightning fundeds. I was trading select accounts and I had the 5 of the daily payout accounts and I was taking payouts on those for a while and then blew those and switched back over to Lightning funded. Got paid out on those last month and then went on vacation for about 10 days and barely traded last week and have been working towards that second payout on that set of Lightning fundeds. Rise is cooked. Yeah, you know what's actually funny is that, so I have, for some reason, not for some reason, I made the mistake of setting up some of my prop firms with one email, like my personal email, and then other prop firms with like a trading email that I created. And so I have 2 Rise accounts that are under 2 different emails. And all of the payouts I've ever taken from Tradeify are locked in a Rise account that I have not been able to. It's not Tradeify's fault. It's like been an issue I've had with Rise where the money is in there. I can see it. I can log in, but it won't let me connect my bank account because that same bank account is connected to a different Rise account under a different email. And so I've been going through this whole process and they finally allowed me to get it connected. And then I couldn't find the 12-word phrase that I was supposed to save. And then I just gave up for the past couple of months and I've just been like, whatever. I don't need the cash right this minute. It's sitting in my Rise account. I'll deal with it eventually. All right, I think we're gonna get a little push up here. Nice little 3-bar continuation pattern on the 5-minute. If we can break through this area that we keep rejecting, this 460-ish area, I think we'll push up at least a little further maybe. Kind of had our chance to break down and put in not equal lows, but close to. And there we go. Nice little push up. What's up, Houdini? How long did it take me to become consistently profitable? So I took my very first prop firm payout 1 year into trading, about 7 months into trading props. So I started in options, lost some money in options with a really dumb strategy, switched to props, took my first payout within it was like on the 1 year mark, literally almost to the day that I took my first payout. And then from there, I have gotten some sort of payout almost every month since then. And that was, I just hit my 2-year trading mark in May. So I would say I count profitable as taking payouts as long as I am net profitable in the month, as in I spent less on prop firm accounts than I made, then I'm profitable. That's how I calculate it. I don't track my expenses. My husband actually does that for me because he's in finance. As long as cooking. And I don't know the exact numbers, which people think I'm crazy when I say this. I don't like to focus on the numbers. I like to focus on the process. So I've taken a payout every month with the exception of, I think, 2 months in the past year, a payout or multiple payouts. Lots of daily payouts, a few big payouts. Last month, I took my largest single payout. And I don't focus on the numbers, because when I focus on the numbers, then I get fixated on it and it tends to mess with my head. And so I focus on the process and my trading and my risk management. And I try not to focus on even like when I'm getting close to a payout, because that tends to mess with my head too. So some people think that's crazy, but it is what works for me. Trade more discipline. Ask the potato to teach me chess. All right. I need to teach him to swim faster. And then he can teach me chess. If you're listening, Nick, I'm more than willing to give you swim lessons. Yeah, I would put a ticket in, Cameron. Was your payout approved on your dashboard? My approvals have always been within like an hour with Tradeify. And like within an hour of requesting, I don't sit there and like refresh it over and over again to see exactly how long it took. But usually they are pretty freaking quick. Thanks, Schrodinger. That really means a lot. I know you're highly respected, so hearing that from you truly does mean a lot. I credit it genuinely not to me. I credit it very much to the people who have supported me along the way. I've had some incredible mentors and some people who have come behind me and really helped me in my journey. So I've definitely also made my fair share of mistakes, like blowing many accounts that were, honestly, I should have taken my first prop firm payout in the first 3 months of trading props, a very large one. I actually ran up, it was a Tradeify account. And I just needed a couple more trading days. I think it was a growth account, if I remember properly. I was like 7K in profit and just needed to like get my consistency up a little bit. And I needed a couple more trading days. I forget the exact details. And in one day I blew the entire thing. So I still am learning at this point and have even made real dumb mistakes in the past few months. But I'm super grateful for prop firms. I love trading with prop firms. Eventually, I'm very, very excited actually about Slay. Okay, so I use the EMAs. I use the 8 and the 20 EMA. We just had this really nice 5-minute high volume candle print from it opened below and printed and closed above the 20 EMA. So something that it's a little tricky because we also are hitting the 8 on the 15-minute and we're hitting that 500 whole psych number. So I don't love it, but you could look for a retracement into this candle, pull back for a long targeting the bottom of this range, essentially today's range. I think we'll see more upside here. Being teachable is credit to yourself. Some people won't make it even if you spoon. I totally agree. I agree with that. I think honestly, if I had to say my biggest strength, because I get asked a lot how I was able to start taking payouts so quickly and grew so quickly, like what would I credit it to? And I would say like the biggest strength I have is I crave feedback, like negative feedback. I want to know what I'm doing wrong and I want to take responsibility for it. It's not just in my trading, it's in other areas of my life as well, like in being a mom, in my marriage, in my job, my career previous to this. Like, I am one of those people who like is eager for feedback, whether it's good, like an attaboy, or it's like, hey, you're really falling short in this area. Because the way that I see feedback is that if you don't know what you're doing wrong, you can't fix it. And so I think one of the things I've done well is I've worked my way to finding a seat at the table with people who are very experienced in this space. And 2, I annoy the crap out of people asking them questions, asking them for feedback. You know, how would you handle this? Like, what did I do wrong here? How can I get better at this? And then the other thing is that I invested in working with a trading psychologist. And that is a huge piece of what helped me become successful, because I was the person who was consistently like making it almost to pay out and then blowing the account. I did that probably 4 times before I finally took a payout, where I was either qualified and just needed one more trading day or whatever, or I was like 1 day away and completely blew the accounts in a single day going on tilt. And for me, like, what really actually helped me get past that was humbling myself enough to go talk to somebody and figure out my triggers and what was causing me to do that, the self-sabotage, right? Like, if you're not willing to actually look at yourself, people love to blame the market, right? The market doesn't care about you at all. It's not doing anything to personally harm you. You're not a victim of the market. You're a victim of your own demons in your own head. And until you acknowledge that and you're ready to take radical personal responsibility for the mistakes you're making, you will likely never succeed. And I'm not saying that to be mean. I'm saying it because I think it's true. And I think I'm sure there's many of you in the chat who are more experienced than me. And I'd be curious, like Schrodinger. I feel like I'm saying your name wrong. Please forgive me if I am. I'd be curious what you think about that. Would you agree? Like, that learning how to actually take responsibility and ownership of your mistakes is important, because we love to blame the market and be like, oh, the PA is trash. Like, even this morning, right? Oh, the PA was trash. It was so volatile. It was this, it was that. I got stop hunted. There's always an excuse. Or even if, like, you know, you think you qualify for a payout and you get denied, and it's actually because you broke a rule. We love to blame the prop firms because we broke a rule, but in reality, like, you're to blame. You purchased a prop firm account. You didn't know the rules. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but like, I have so many people who DM me all the time being like, can you explain the rules? Like, what are the rules in this type of Tradeify account? What are the rules in this type of Tradeify account? And what I usually will just tell them because I'm nice, but what I want to say is, like, if you can't go on a website and read the rules and understand the rules of the account that you're purchasing, you shouldn't be purchasing it. So we're pushing up to this area. This is where I was wanting to potentially look for a short. We are pushing up on lowering volume. I would like to see a little bit higher up into this previous day low level at 77.25. But it looks like we're wanting to reject before that. Wanted to see a little higher. So I'm going to watch for that. In terms of volume, whoops. We're pushing up on lowering volume on the 15-minute. So I do still think that we could get the rejection up here. I would love to see a push into the range, a wick into one or both of these levels, and then a fail back down. But it's kind of looking like we want to just fail here at this 46 to 61. At this area. If the shorts do start to come in here, I would honestly probably look for a scalp. I don't know that I would look to go all the way back down to the lows. It just kind of depends. And here they come. Maybe. Yeah, I think that for me, I still want to see us wick a little higher to take it. One more wick above and fail potentially. Definitely don't want to see a strong close inside or above those levels. That would invalidate it to me. Come on, give us the wick into PDL and fail. We're close, but the thing is that we're still 30 points away. So we're not that close. That's what I'll be looking for. I do like the volume coming in on this candle. I think this could be the short. One more wick in and fail. I might give it a shot. I'm trying it here, guys. Trying the short. And my stop is gonna be at the high of the previous candle. I'm only in 3 micros, so I'm only risking a couple $100. And I'm about to get stopped out, which would be quite sad. Should have waited for that wick up probably, but I liked the way this candle printed. I want to see us fail again right here and really hold the bottom of this. There we go. Come on, reject down. Just looking for a quick scalp off of that back to maybe like that 500 area. Like that candle on the 1 minute. There we go. Come on. Strong push down. This is definitely against the momentum that we have going up, but it's with the downtrend. We haven't broken structure on the 15 or higher time frames. So it's worth a shot for me. We'll see how this plays out. I see Spud in the back, which I'm sure you guys are very excited to hear from him. The king of the potatoes. And we're out of time. So I'm probably going to get stopped out on this trade. My stop is right at the highs, like I said, but hopefully you guys enjoyed hanging with me. I enjoyed being on. Thank you for having me as always. And I will see you all, I think, next Wednesday. We'll talk soon. Bye, guys.
At
Tradeify, we believe traders deserve a better way to trade. No endless evaluations, no unnecessary barriers, just a direct path to capital. Built for real traders who want to focus on what matters most, the next trade. With instant funding, you're not waiting weeks to prove yourself. You're working to get payouts from day one. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. If you can trade, you deserve real opportunity. We built Tradeify to give traders funded capital without the delays, complications, or fine print. Our advanced trading journal tracks every detail of your performance, giving you the insights you need to consistently improve. When you trade with us, you control your profits. We take on the risk that holds most traders back, because that's how funded trading should work. Trading is hard enough. You need a partner who provides the structure, the speed, and the support so you can stay focused on execution. Confidence comes from knowing you have capital behind you and a firm that moves as fast as you do. This is Tradeify, funded trading built for real traders.
Yo, 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 welcome back. Welcome back. It's time to get a little Swift day. Spuddy is unsupervised for the next 2 hours. Let's get yapping, shall we? I know Jen was in a short. That was a kind of a fire short here. It's actually right at the GP as well. We're going to see how that plays out over the next few minutes and then decide what we feel like doing. We do got a couple of Johns ready to be sent into the stratosphere. This eval is... It's just asking me to send it on its merry way. Whether or not that's going to be into profit or into significant losses is up to NQ, our sweetheart. How we doing? How we doing? Super Spud. I kind of like that. Can I survive without Becky? We're going to have to make do for the next few weeks, except I will be out tomorrow and Friday because your boy is going to be hanging out with Mr. Mickey Mouse. So, daily profit actually ended on 1337. If you know internet speak, I think that's time to take no more trades today. I do not know internet speak. 1337. Commonly written as leet or elite speak. Early internet subculture slang and type of numbers and symbols replace traditional letters derived from the word elite. Originated in the 1980s among computer hackers and gamers to denote superior skill. Whoa. Yeah, I've never heard of that before in my entire life. Shall we buy or short? Well, let's wait a second here. We're gonna need to evaluate where we're at. Don't be greedy, Spuddy. Greed's my middle name, brother. Market moved exactly like Nick said earlier in the show. Which Nick? This Nick? Other Nick? As in leet. What does leet mean? Can you make me fries? Do it. Is it gold? Nick is an operator. Boo. Huh? Say hi to Goofy. Oh, I will. I'm pumped. I'm going to get a picture with one of them. It's been like probably 15 years since I've been to Disney. Before emotes. Lord Greedy Spud. Short is cooking. The short do be cooking. The short do be shorting right now. ES and NQ both on a little pullback here. Let's check out the 15-minute. 15-minute looks like he wants to retrace that whole thing. Hourly looks like shit. 4-hour looks like shite. And the 15-minute looks bad as well. We basically just rejected yesterday low, New York low, session lows, sort of. We were teetering around 524. Came out to 560. Little bounce here at 500. Let's see what the 1 minute's looking like. 50% from this move. Yeah. I'm gonna wait. Let the short. Space Invaders Atari? Huh? What is 1337 maxing? See, now I don't even know where like I've never used it before, but now I'm gonna use it as if I knew what it was beforehand. Okay, so nobody, if I ever use it incorrectly, nobody correct me. Spuddy free reset codes. I could drop one in the chat, but it's usually kind of crazy. I can ask for someone to make one, but then everybody gets crazy over those. Disneyland, Disney World. Disney World, whatever one's in Florida. For the show, Nick is other Nick, whom we don't know. Huh? Why potato looks, why not mango? Why I'm not a mango? Well, I'm not in a mango vibe. I'm pretty spuddy. On the 236, we're going to pump crazy again. Ooh, we just got back from Disney Tokyo. Wait, that sounds sick. Yeah, I am going to watch this when we get back into this range here. We're going to see, because I do want to see how we react on this 618, especially because we're chopping. Now we're just kind of taking quicker fibs around 440, and then that'll give Jen Short 100 points. Bangers. If you get a lightsaber, what color? Oh. Drew said it the other time. I don't remember what I said, but then he said white, and it was really rare. And I was like, okay, sick. I want to copy that. So I kind of want white. But we're not going to Hollywood Studios. We're just going to Disney and then Epcot. How's my favorite pairing? I'm back from vacation. Beto, welcome back. Even though you kind of betrayed us, it's okay. Welcome back. Becky is out for 3 weeks now. So it's just a Spuddy in the afternoon. Except tomorrow, I won't be here. Or Friday. How many girlfriends do I have? Just the United States or all over the world? Oh, I already did. Fuck. You going to Animal Kingdom? No, I wish. Animal Kingdom's sick. I want to go to the Avatar land so bad. Let's see what happens when we get down to the 618. Might end up taking a little longer down. Let's see. This is an eval, by the way. This is an eval. Can you log into the Tradeify dashboard? Yes, I can. I will do it right now. Bing, bop, boop. Yep, I already logged in. Just like that. I'll log out and log back in again. It is definitely on your end, sir or ma'am. And okay, has a hotel we can see zoo animals. That's pretty sick. Okay, coming right down to the 618. Back off, Spud is my puppy. No, I'm not going to London. I wasn't cool enough to get invited. What's with that? What's that piece of shite we just talking? Is it real or just an AI out of control? This is just AI out of control. I have no idea who this person is talking on the screen. I feel like an AI would answer that as well. This is AI. Okay, 707 was tapped here as well. Go back to the, actually, we'll just hold this. Let's see. The 707 reaction is going to be pretty interesting. If we just slice right through it, we're going to hit the 786 and probably just cater towards 381. Crater, not cater. Cater, my gosh. What is it, catering company? I should be there at the Prop Firm Expo. I should. Brett and Vinny. Samuel L. Jackson requested his character have the purple lightsaber. Definitely. It's a cool color lightsaber. Don't fall into alligator pits. They love potatoes. I would smoke alligators if I ended up falling into a pit. Also, did I not put my order a little bit lower? Or am I just crazy? Avatar and Animal Kingdom. I know. I wish I was going to Animal Kingdom. All right, this is up a whopping 10 points. Nobody does it like me. Go ahead and TP right here. Just lock in your $55,000 on a single trade right here for the 10.5 point of Rooskies. I was in Paris, Disneyland. Paris would be a cool place to go to Disney. Very curious. Whose idea was it to use a potato filter as a trader streamer? Mine. If you know who, obviously, I'm sure everybody here knows who the burnt peanut is, but when he like blew up, I was like, oh, that's such a funny idea. I'll just show up randomly to Power Hour with Rebecca, and I'll have a potato filter on for fun. And yeah, here we are, like 5 months later. No, Punchy funny. No. You gonna make a Robo Spud filter? Yes. Wait, that's sick. So we are trying to get a model made of the Spud so that we can do like custom clothing and shit like that. But it seems like it's pretty difficult to remodel this exact potato. And obviously we can't just have a Temu potato. So out of the short for 100 points. Hell yeah, Jen. Yeah, that was fire. That was actually fire. At least 5 of my friends are coming for you. Not for Vinny and Brett. What are you even talking about? Why are they coming for me? Do you see the massive GP on the higher time frame? Let's check it out. Let's check it out. Hold on. Max screen. Time frame. Higher time frame. Oh yeah. No, we were talking about this earlier this morning. Yeah, we literally, the 707, this is what we talked about this morning, was that 707's at 266 to 481. We're in this GP. I want to see what happens if we get down to 250. If we don't rally from here at 250, I will definitely be like perma bear down to 28,600 and give us a little bit of a pullback. I mean, obviously, like, just look at the run up we've had. So I think that we're due for a pullback. We did, we've talked about this a little bit before, but we have kind of triple topped again. I don't need to know what a rectangle is, trading view. Why is that even a thing? I mean, it's discretionary. Totally. You could argue triple top, not triple top, whatever, but I see 2 taps at the same level right before all-time highs. And to me, that's triple toppy. So I don't know which day it was. Well, it had to have been this week. It had to have been on Monday where I said that this was the top. So we'll see if this actually was the top. You know what I should have done? Is I should have tweeted sell. That would have been pretty tough, wouldn't it? If the 707 holds, this is probably going to get knifed down to 380 for sure. W shite like that, huh? Why 6-7 king? Are you so fast? I held the record of 6-7s, the most 6-7s in the, how many seconds is it? 20 seconds? 30 seconds? It's fun, Spud, to come to London. I'm going to Disney, so I'm not going to London. It's too late. Tradeify Crypto guy also started using Spidey Mask. Huh? Spidey Mask? Wait, let me look it up. Hold on. I'm researching. All right, let's see. Spidey Mask. Spidey Mask. What the hell is that? That's kind of funny. Don't lie to us, Spudnik. Please be honest. What am I lying about? A U2 Spud figure should be made priority in terms of merch. Wait, what's a U2s? U2s. Whoa, collectibles. Ooh, how do I add one? How do I tell them I need to make one? I don't know. Why are they coming for me? Man up to full port MU calls in the earnings. Bro, those calls are probably insane. Again, this is an eval. I'm going to add another one right here. And I'm just going to keep my stop below the lows. Eval. This is not a funded trade. This is not a funded trade. I repeat, not a funded trade. We're trying to GP long here. We're counter trend trading. Okay? We are counter trend trading. Okay. Please, nobody start coming after me if this thing dumps. All right? We are counter trend trading. Good talker and streamer. Appreciate that, Big Wake. Spideify, Spudnik, but Spideify. Hell yeah. Your line going to Disney? Where else would I be going? Oh, you think I'm going to London? I'm not going to London. Spud, add ICT kill zones by trader for... No. I don't trade ICT. Nothing against it. Just don't trade it. I don't get it. Doesn't make sense to me. I mean, the fair value gaps make sense. I think liquidity sweeps are just resistance levels, but... Yeah, you're good. Oh, we're good? Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. All right, wait. I was going to check out the... what was I checking out? Oh, yeah, MU calls. Oh, yeah, this thing's sending so... This thing's gone. This thing is gone. That GP short that Jen just had was the move. That is with the trend. Beautiful GP. This GP long was absolutely terrible. Okay, hold on. I'm checking out what MU calls are. That is the low right here. This is an eval, so let's go ahead and add to right here. Okay. All right. Now I got to look at MU. Let's see. Options. Let's do next week expiration. Oh my God. Bro, these options in the money are $8,000. Okay, evals. Well, actually, technically we have a little bit more. So we're going to full port 10 right here. And now it's gone. We don't have another eval, do we? No, we don't. Well, that is exactly what I wanted to teach you here, okay? Now, listen. When you're counter trend trading, you should expect to lose. Now, I'm glad I got to show you an example of what it's like to lose by counter trend trading, right? So now listen. Now that you know what it's like to lose because you're wrong, you'll do much better. And I'm glad that you tuned in for today's lesson on what exactly not to do. Oh man, yeah. I mean, counter trading this was a stupid idea, which again is why we used an eval for that. But yeah. Going against a trend on a day like today is not the move, especially with Catalyst tomorrow. This is a very risk-off day. I would honestly though, I wouldn't be opposed to actually taking a trade down at 266 if we get there. We're really late in the day, so I don't know if that's the move. I just blew my whole life savings. I know, Jen. It was too late for me to take it though. By the time I got on, that GP had already played out. That was really nice. This thing should just... I don't doubt this thing just keeps going. I think 266, if we don't bounce, I don't know. We could just end up chopping around or free falling. Again, tomorrow, guys, PCE and final GDP. Those are huge movers, okay? 262 pivot. Yep. Has heavy career weight, not pure earning. So like if I did MU calls, what would be... Hold on, I got to see what my simulated earnings would be. I don't know if I like that R to R. Yeah, I don't know if I'm a huge fan of that. I mean, MU is just insane. Brent Crew future settle at 73.74, down $3.34.3%. Yeah. You guys, what's crazier out of all this is that oil literally is was under $70 a barrel. That's what's actually crazy. This 266 level is gonna be interesting. I don't know, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't think this GP is even gonna play out. This one right here. I don't think this is gonna work. I think that this is too strong. I think I'm going to stick to my guns that this was the top. I don't think this is going to play. I really don't. I feel like this is going to knife right through. There's no reason. There's just no reason for the market to be bullish. MU 1110 call debit spreads around $3 to make 10. What would have to happen for that, Schrodinger? I'll do it. Wait, that's perfect, because if it works, I'll do like 3 of them. We can make a few grand, and then we can post it on my Instagram, and I can LARP. Full port of new eval. Say less. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. You know what's so funny is of all the accounts that I've gotten for Power Hour, like all the evals that I've traded, because I've already traded my fundeds and I don't want to trade funded, so I trade an eval. I've not necessarily full ported, but I've traded enough evals over the past like few weeks that I just have 4 extra evals sitting there ready to be activated for funded. They've been sitting there for so long because I've been trading these fundeds for so long. There's nothing for me to do with them. It'd have to go up to 1110. So MU. Wait, that's it? Pass me the eval, son. If I could, I would literally give away a past eval. Yes, Nixon. Do you need to pay for those? Okay, Schrodinger. I'm gonna put in a G right now. Hold on. Deposit funds. Didn't I have an issue with this last time? Let's do 1,000. Is this the right bank account? Oh wait, I need instant. Let's add a new account. Debit card. Okay, see, the last time I did this, it didn't work. I also don't know which one is the joint account, which one's my personal account. Okay, so almost started saying the card number out loud. I usually do that. That would have been really funny. I would have saw somebody drain my bank account. That would have been crazy. Okay, hold on. Ba-da-da-da. Postal code is incorrect. What are you talking about? Huh. Wait, could it be this one? Oh, that's why it never worked last time. Why did I set it up with that code? What the fuck? Might need to get higher options approval. Oh, wait, you think it's okay. Hold on. Debit card, individual, deposit, 1 band. 100 bands. You said 4 what? Text. Hold on. Oh my God, I had to verify so much shit. Did this thing get reset yet? It did. It did. Okay, we're gonna end up shorting this, but I want to see a little bit more of a pop-up. Okay, boom. Whoa. I just had 100,000 on there on accident. Good thing max is 5. That would have been crazy. Okay. Well, it's too late. All right. So we added it in. Okay. Now. Okay. So we got a band. Now what we need to do. Hold on. While we watch this. Okay. Actually, here. Let's get in a short here while I figure out this option stuff, because I feel like this will go down to 200, at least 260. What did we get down to? 320? Yeah, this thing's gonna keep going. Stream crashed again? No, still alive. Okay, so start taste. It's too late. I'm already committed. Okay, so now I go to MU, trade options, straddles or calendar spreads, single leg. Is it a long straddle? You see Becky in the crowd. Oh, wow. That short is getting absolutely cooked. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's see here. We're just going to come right back up into this 410. I'm going to add here. Again, eval, guys. Eval. Debit spread. Buy. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. So... Call debit spread. Buy, call, and sell. Yeah. Upgrade to level 3. I had to switch to a margin. Okay, hold on. Surely I won't go into generational debt. Ooh. Upgrade. Hey, Pravin. All right, now the short's cooking. Okay, we've been approved. Continue. Oh, guys. We're level 3. We're level 3. Okay. Okay. All right, call debit spread. Start building strategy. Okay. Okay, this week, Schrodinger, June 26th. Okay, hold on. Yeah, man. What is the width? $10. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, hold on. I got to scroll so far down here. Damn. Okay. All right. What was it? All right. Buy 1100. Where is it? Okay. Buy 1100. Sell 110. Oh, they're going for 253. I think I can get 4 of these. Oh, I can. No. Go back to edit. Hold on. I gotta wait for it to come down just like a second. Okay, I can do 251, 252. No, I can only do 251. Low fill. All right, come on. Give me 4 of them. Spudnik, don't buy long, okay? Just sell short. Oh, yeah, I limited at 251. Let's see if I get filled. Also, the short looks pretty good here. Okay. Did that fill? Nah, still pending. Come on, fill me. What do we need to pass this? Ooh, down to 200. I'm actually gonna, if we break 300, I'm gonna add one. Okay. NQ will bearish this level till 230. Yeah, honestly, kind of. Almost want to add again on this little pop, or we could just hold on. Bring up. Pull up Addis real quick. Why did that close? I'm having like a weird delay on Addis. Come on, this thing's got to fill me, you know? The bid's 190 and the ask is 330. Fill me. Take profit 28,950. Yo, that's a dump and a half. I'm not gonna need that though. I only need after I get filled here, I'll probably only need like 200. We'll see. Now I'm gonna be really upset if I don't get filled on this call debit spread. Yo, how is the bid 185 and the ask 320 and my limit 251 not getting filled? Like, what does it have to come down to get me in here? Spud plays TP 29,230. I actually hold on. Let me add in. Just give me a little bit of a pop, like 345. Okay. Now we're in 3. Now that 220 is perfect. Welcome to option liquidity. Ugh. Not a fan. Because now I'm just going to be upset if I don't get filled and then it does what it was supposed to do. But if it works, I'm going to LARP so hard. Okay, so 11. Yeah. Literally, it shows the price is 250. Why don't you fill me, you little shit? I need to come down a little bit more before the end of the day. Hopefully, I get filled before the day ends. Open interest may be dead on the cons. Actual live market. I feel when talking potatoes trading better than me. Yeah, but I might get smoked on this eval too. So don't worry about it. We'll see. Because max loss will be 438. Man, I don't think we get back over 100. But look how volatile the last couple minutes have been. I mean, we just had a 100-point dump, and we're about to have a 100-point pump in like 5 minutes. I mean, look at that. I'll reset this one more time maximum. Let's check MU real quick while NQ just decides to pump. Wow, we came right back into that. I need MU to tap like 109 maybe to get filled. Oh wait, the Canada Switzerland game's on right now. Hold on. Gotta keep a tab on that. Yo, Jonathan, how we doing? Spud be doing very fine, very fine. We had a good day trading Asia, and now we're just having fun on some evals. Hope you're doing pretty well. You see Becky in the crowd? Mexican dance, Cap. Let me see. Show me. Send a pic. Am I Canadian? I need a soundbite. Hold on. To answer your question. Hold on. All right, it'd be taking me too long to get a soundbite, but no, I'm American. I was gonna play the ear annoying version of the national anthem for fun, but I didn't want to blow anybody's eardrums out. I'm going to play it really low because I was going to play it. Let's replace this sound. I have so many sounds in this freaking keyboard. I was going to play this one. Hopefully it's not loud. Yeah. That's what I was going to play to your answer. But I didn't. But I'm going to keep that. So then the next time that I come on, when Miriam and Rebecca are on, I'm just going to spam that. If you feel risky, you can add sell 1250 buy 1260 to the order, make a call condor. Slice the cost that spread at 150 in exchange for making no money if it goes to all-time highs. Nah, I'm feeling if I'm feeling frisky, not risky. No, I'm feeling risky, not frisky. Oh, we're in. We got filled. Woo! Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna post this on the IG only if it wins. Okay? Only people at the stream will know. So if you see if MU goes nutty and we sell these at the open or Friday, I don't know. I'll message Schrodinger. Then I will post the win. If it doesn't work, I'm not posting shit. Your teeth are brighter than my future. Same. All right. That was actually a very, very clean rejection around that 345, 360 area. So now I'm really liking them shorts. Down to 223. Sell us off into the close. Again, tomorrow, PCE and GDP. I think people are going to be selling, as is tradition. Damn right. It'll go down. Just hold it, bro, Spud. Should we LARP a bit on this trade? Hold on, I just gotta be like, no, actually that shit's just so cringe sometimes. My God, can you imagine? Can you imagine if I like took a video? Actually, wait, hold on, maybe. Okay, wait. I have an idea. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take off the stop or the TP. Okay, if it gets down here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold on. Actually, hold on. Let's make it look like I took a crate. Oh, I know, because you can see I got in earlier here. Here. Look at this. Look how good that looks. Okay, hold on. Okay, perfect. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. If this thing starts dumping, we're gonna have to spam the chat with W's, and then I can take a video of it and then post that. Mathematically, it's a 50% chance it hits. Whoa, those are good. That's a good RR for 50% chance. Okay. Say less, Schrodinger. Actually, you're the financial advisor for this little team we're building. Miriam is our social media manager. Ozempic is... What did we even hire Ozempic for? He's just part of it. He's like the idea guy. Ozempic is... He's our strategist. He's our senior strategist. Mexican Dance is our vibe coordinator. And now Schrodinger is our financial advisor. We've got one hell of a team being built up. Oh, and then JR, what's his name? J Remy. He's HR. He's head of HR. So we got a hell of a team. Munch, I did. I'll send you what I got. That's actually really funny. I did call debit spreads. Paraloco, you could be our recruiter because you're new. Wait, you could work with Jay Remy as our HR. You want to be the guy that works remote and does nothing but nod at every meeting? Okay, you're hired. Nice application. You can come up with your own title, sir. Finally, we have an HR department. Yeah, but if they ever tell me to stop, they're fired. TP is 28,950. Bro, if we get if we get down to 28,950 and we catch a 400-point trade right now, I'm telling you, this is making it on the IG for sure. Full port short, yes. You could be head janitorial superintendent, master of the cleanliness, bacterial killer, virus annihilator, parasite, plunderer. What the fuck? Oh my god. Even this janitor at SpaceX is a millionaire. Jay's girlfriend is No, Jay's girlfriend is our secretary. Okay. Yeah, Paraloco, you can call people out. What would you like your title to be? BTC is tanking? Let's see. Oh my gosh, MU just crashed and burned right here. Dude, BTC, I'm sick of it. I'm sorry if you're holding I'm sorry if you're holding Bitcoin. I think that it's dumb. That might be a super hot take. Well, I had this level from a while ago. That might be a really hot take, but I think that Bitcoin is dumb. There's no reason it should be 130,000. I'm sorry. And I think that Bitcoin is just, I think Bitcoin's done. Yeah, again, that might be a really, really hot take, and it's okay if anybody disagrees. That's just my personal opinion. Punchy, what would you like to be as part of our little team here? Full port sanitation. I like that a lot. I'm a massive fan of that. Yesterday, you caught 850 pips trade. The fuck is a pip? Is that a tick? Is that a synonym for a tick? No, Jay never came back. Literally, never came back. The day after he told us that what was happening, he never showed back up. Can you be the sexy receptionist that was hired for her talents? Hired. Yeah. You and Jay's girlfriend could be the you could be the receptionist, and Jay's girlfriend could be the secretary. The Clarity Act is tomorrow. What's the Clarity Act? The Clarity Act needs to offer more clarity. That's the first thing that came up. That's so funny. Oh, digital asset market clarity. Clear regulatory framework for cryptocurrency. Oh. Is that why it's dumping? I don't really pay attention to crypto. I think he's busy at the gym. That's true. He's probably in Dagestan right now. See how that just Spuddy LOL. Oh, yeah. I agree, but anything crypto for me is just money laundering. I mean, honestly, it's so funny when crypto started, like when Bitcoin blew up. I mean, I'm not saying that people are wrong for investing in Bitcoin because it went absolutely ape shit. So like, if you made a bag off Bitcoin, really good for you. But the amount of people that I saw preaching like crypto farm or like mining farms and like, that crypto was going to be the next wave of the world and it was going to replace how currencies, like the main form of currency, and that it was only going to be a couple years before that happened. Like, really? Did you really think the U.S. government or any government was going to replace the dollar or their current form of currency with crypto? Do you really think that was going to happen? I'm not saying it's crypto's dead or not, a wise thing to invest in. I just personally thought it was like kind of ridiculous. I thought the same when it first got above $1, but I then accepted I was wrong. Yeah, you and me both. That's so funny. We need BE Nick. Who's BE Nick? Like break even Nick? Like we'd be break even? Or you telling me to go break even? Because I'll do it. Just kidding. Quantum computers are going to be the death of BTC. Why is that, Yasso? Yasso? Why is that? Oh my God, I chugged so much water. I was so thirsty. Pips is $0.1. Oh, it's 4x. Oh, okay. Interesting. 240, decent area to TP. Well, 260 is the GP on a much higher time frame. 266. What are we doing? What? That was it. that was the GP. Well, I hope we keep dumping, but that is a. I didn't think we were gonna get that fat. I didn't think we were gonna hit the GP like that. Look at that. That GP long went. 60 points, but we'll see what happens. Wow. Spotty got the baby oil already. You're in crypto from 2013. What are you holding? Trader X3, I need a job too. Every work needs a Gen X advisor. That's a good point. All right, you're hired. We do need a Gen X advisor. That's a really good point. We need somebody to lock us down a little bit. Like it can get a little hectic. So that's a very good point. Can you be the guy that gives out stickers like the All right, yeah, so you're hired as our sticker giver. Oh my God. Quantum will break BTC encryption. Oh, that is nuts. How far off do you guys think that is? How to learn from me? So yes, anyway, my mentorship is starting next week. I forgot to tell you guys about this. It is $100,000 though. Now I know that's a steep price. However, because I love you guys so much, it will be 99% off. only for 6 months though. So be ready to buy it. I'm kidding. Just join the stream. I'll probably never post anything educational on my Instagram. But you could just listen. Honestly, it would probably be a little tough to learn from me. I mean, maybe I'll make an attempt to do something educational at some point, but I don't know. What would you choose between trading or a 500K job? If I chose the job, could I never trade? And could I ever get raises? I'd probably say I definitely would probably just trade. Now, if you brought that up to a couple mil, but I could never trade, I don't know. I feel like I'll end up getting to that point. So, I don't know. What's the target? Ideally, 266 would have been a great target for 100 points, but I'm going to hold just so I can make an Instagram video of it if it keeps dumping. Yes, that sounds insane. But yeah, the actual target, though, would have been, 266 is the GP. That would have been a nice target, but the 220, 240 area would be pretty good. That's why I love you, man. I need to post gym content. Dude, I would, but like it's so awkward to record yourself in the gym. It's so weird. I feel so uncomfortable. The only thing you can learn from Spuddy is just flip every account you have. No, that can't be my reputation. I don't want to give the secret sauce. 2030 AI will crack crypto and us. Hey, yo, what kind of crack though? Nick, what time frame do you base your fibs on? My more what's what I'm looking for? The higher probability fibs, typically 5 to 15 minutes, and the moves need to happen. They need to be like extended over what's what I'm looking for? Like key resistance or support levels, right? Like overnight session levels. It's pretty big. Like this was a nice one. What's the word I was just looking for? Wait, hold on. Where was the fib that we took? Was that last night? Yeah, that was last night. Like for example, we took one of the moves from yesterday's New York session. After we had that big rip. So you could have taken several of these, but if you went from let's see. This is probably a better one. Here to here. Like you have a consecutive, like a nice move down. Oops, wrong way. Like this was a beautiful short. Actually, I don't know. Did I take this yesterday? I don't know. But I like long moves, like higher ranges in a single session. That gives you the best. Like when you have a wide range in the same session, I think that gives you the best move versus like higher time frame moves like this one, because this you'd probably want to take on a personal account if you could swing it, because then your bias would be, okay, I enter long here, I have a 300-400 point stop down here, but I'm targeting like 2,000 points, right? Your R to R is there. So I prefer fibs that are, oh, hey. Oh, it didn't really do anything. Never mind. I prefer fibs that are on the 5 or 15 minute time frame, with swing positions that are swing high, swing low, that cover a nice, like, it sounds weird to say like a nice distance, but like, so for example, this 5 minute, we took out the highs, staggered a little bit lower, had a nice little drop, and then we had the single green 5 minute candle, right? So we kind of reestablished a base or a level here at 660. So this level down to a low on the retrace up, if you were going with the trend, which is down, this was a beautiful GP short, which is what Jen was literally taking a short before I got on. And then we continued down, right? So 5 to 15 minute time frame, and then it is kind of discretionary, but I think it just kind of comes with using GPs and seeing the practice of it. Probably a shitty answer, but it's a little weird to explain the time frame and why the time frame. Just a full on fitness trader influencer style. What would I post though as a fitness person? I used to post on my TikTok like fitness shit, but I haven't done it in a long time. My same duties now for 500K. I take a real 500K job, working 18-hour days, burn out for years, probably divorced, barely seeing my kids grow up. Yeah, I'll stick to blowing evals. Real Crispy, that's a real answer. How much is your stop loss on this trade? DLL. This is an eval. This is an eval that I'm trading quite literally for fun because I have traded all my fundeds and I have 4 past evals just sitting there waiting to be traded or waiting to be activated. But okay, seriously, I can't grab that. Oh no. Okay, let me just do this. That's not even a bad stop. 60 points for targeting down like 200. We'll just see what happens near the end of the day here. Wait, hold on. We got to keep MU up. Let's see. I like that. Want to close our distance, Buddy Poo? Just move to Chicago. You are Gen X, wouldn't work. Most of us are crazier than later gens. Is this an eval? Yes. This is an eval. My fundeds are traded. My fundeds are done. We're up 19 bandos, and I'm done. 19 bandos on Tradeify. Extra 30 bands across others. You're shredded. I see them biceps. I've never posted a shirtless pic on this Instagram yet, but if I get some more followers, I think I'm gonna have to what's it called? I might have to thirst trap. What do I mean by GP? It's the golden pocket. So if we take this recent swing high to this recent swing low, the GP is 29,357 to 370. You would expect a reaction here to go back down. Not sure if we'll get it because we're going into the end of the day. Guys, if I really wouldn't be trading right now because Micron earnings come out at the bell, and then PCE and final GDP for Q1 are tomorrow morning at 7:30. So all the trading that we're going to see in the next 30, 40 minutes will be volatile as shit because everyone is pre-positioning for earnings and for massive inflationary gauges, if you will, or inflationary data, right? So I really would not be trading fundeds right now. If you feel like messing around with evals, just know you're taking on a significant risk. Why am I waiting to activate those? Because I have 5 fundeds right now. I've got 4 here that I can't even believe this freaking thing is 23K in profit. What the frick? If I didn't just freaking send it for the IG reel, I wouldn't need to make all that money. And then my 5th funded is right here. This is the opening strat account. This thing's like literally coming back from the dead. Let's go to this month. We've got a 66% win rate on the opening strat. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the chat. You guys are damn good. Usually I read all the comments, so sorry if I'm missing yours, but you guys talk fast. Just made 300. Hell yeah. Spudsteroni. I kind of like that. Check out the 1 hour time frame. Oh, it's totally bearish. I'm so down with the shorts. I mean, we might get an intraday or we might get a smaller swing. I still think that we see lower here on the NQ, ES. Like, I'm bearish. Is it wrong? Maybe. But I'm still bearish. Risky bisky, baby. A 0 OTE trader? No, I'm not a 0 DTE trader, but I really want to be. Maybe with this options that Schrodinger got. Remember, Schrodinger is our financial advisor now, so I think it's got 20 kV. What strategy do I use? Fibonacci retracements, specifically for the GP, and chart patterns. And then I've been learning and using volume profile with order flow, which I think has made me much better. Much, much better. But I'm still kind of getting used to it. How heavy do you do calf raises? The entire stack. My calves don't look like it, I think, but the whole stack. They should change your name to Spotify. Well, we ended up buying the domain for Spotify. I just have yet to do anything with it. You're longing, Rosie? Godspeed. Looks good after that recent move down. And we are getting a nice little curve here. Whether or not we break over 411 to 414 will be telltale. ES is pretty much doing the same. Oil's had a little bit of a curve. I just would be so mindful of the close that we're about to see with earnings and PCE GDP. Any giveaway, Mr. Potato? Oh, definitely. Always do them usually near the end. We'll do one in like 20 minutes. 1,000 bearish points to Lord Spudnik. I want 1,000 bearish points. Oh, yeah. Do we hit 1,000 likes? We were going to do 1,000 giveaways if we hit 1,000 likes, but I don't think we're going to hit that because the stream got split into two. He's a billionaire. Asking him to show his other account. He's holding billions of money over there. Just ask him. It's true. You will be spy. Fuck the Lambo. Use the money to zero DTE to Valhalla. Should we just put like 300 grand on zero DTEs and try to turn it into like 5 million? Oh my God. Could you imagine? Let's see how that call debit spread's doing. Oh, we got Schrodinger. We're up $16. If you're here on 6:30, we could do a zero DTE play. 30% win rate, but when it hits, you'll chase that high for the rest of your life. Schrodinger, say less, I'm in. I will be here for 6:30 because, yeah, it's next Tuesday. I'll be here. Spiderweb, Ellipse, DJ Maxing strat for Spud. It does work. It somehow works, but it is an interesting strat. Am I still thinking it'll go down? I really, honestly, at this point, I don't want to speculate on where the market's going to go because it is going to be volatile for the next 30, 40 minutes as we're going into MU earnings and the close before we see PCE and GDP. So this could get a little hairy towards the end of the day. I just really think that if you guys haven't traded yet, or even if you have traded and you're down or up, this is not a time to be trading fundeds. If you want to mess around with some evals, by all means, go ahead if you're feeling a little risky. But this could go back to 28,500, or we could see 260 again. But I will say that GP long down here at 266 was definitely the move. That would have had only 2 points of drawdown. I want to add volume profile and order flow. Where can I learn about that? Just been using Claude. And there's some good YouTube videos. I mean, YouTube's such a good resource. There's so much on there. How do you combine Fib retracements with volume profile? I've not heard that combination before. Pretty much looking for Fib levels to give me an idea of potential entries, and then using volume profile order flow as like confirmation for it. And so, yeah, it's pretty much it. It's like a confluence. But I'm kind of I think I'll end up leaning more towards just volume profile order flow. And kind of not do away with the GP, but just kind of test out what it's like to trade strictly volume profile order flow. I'm curious if Micron is priced in like it was for NVIDIA earnings. I know, that's a good point. I don't know. Treat us with free resets. Should I ask somebody to make a code to drop in the chat? Fuck it, I'm along it. Hopefully you didn't long it when it was at like 410, 415, and then it drops 20, 30 points. I wish that all the Tradeify traders would stream as vegetables or fruits. That would be a wild scene to watch. Cloud YouTube and Claude or AI is so amazing when learning to trade. Oh, dude, Claude is so, you literally could talk to Claude like a professor. You can have it build a full curriculum for you. I'm not even kidding. If you want to learn something, just go to ask Claude, be like, build a curriculum and a course to teach me how to do X, Y, or Z. Yeah, the Chart Academy might help. I was checking that out. I might look at that one, at their course. Just blew my fund that I had with just one winning day left. Oh, Sydney, that sucks. I'm sorry. We'll do some givvies. We'll do some givvies. Hit with order flows golden. Yeah, we'll see. It's been doing pretty well. It's been doing pretty well. Stupid greed. Yeah, dude, greed sucks. Greed sucks. Ooh, 0 TE with bookmap. Golden. Bookmap's next on my list. I'm using Addis right now. Bookmap's gonna be next. I don't want to like overwhelm myself a little bit. Oh wait, what the hell? Hey, hold on. Munch, what are you doing? It was 250 a con. Holy shit, what did you buy? 1110 call? Where's MU at? Did it get a pump towards the... Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, fuck it. Munch, just hold it. Just hold it. Can I share my Claude build out? Maybe. Kind of cracked with Claude. I'm buying your course. I don't have one. Oh, it's so funny. Trump seeks 672 million for the removal of Iranian nuclear materials. So he's going forward with that. Earlier, I thought the discussion was whether or not they were actually going to. Is it inspection or actual? So it's removal. What about the inspection? I know that was a big sticking point. All right, let's see what happens at this 400 level. This is a big level, 412 to like 415. What the hell is this rectangle? Hope you're having an awesome day. Thank you, what is it? Lucky Joe Trades? I am having an awesome day. I hope you're having an awesome day too, brother. What is Addis? It's a software. It's pretty cool. I'm pretty sure it's a free trial that you can use. It's just ATAS, but it's for order flow buying profile. It's sick. It's sick. Use EXO charts. I haven't used anything else. My buddy just told me to get Addis. Can you rip some packs next week? Because I'm gonna go sell all of my current my current cards next week, and then we'll start ripping. We'll start ripping some. Because I need 1 or 2 more days. I think I just need one more. I think I need one more day of like 5K on these accounts, and then I can get another payout. And then this account needs $700, and this account needs like $700. So tomorrow, if tomorrow goes well, then I'll probably rip a pack off stream, make a funny video of it, and then next week we'll rip a pack. I love potato brick. What the hell does that mean? Degen some pack rips? You guys are crazy. Maybe. Not today, though. Next week. You guys ever thought of doing a series of making an unprofitable trade into a profitable? I've been seeing that a lot on YouTube lately. What do you mean by an unprofitable trade into profitable? Like DCA? Or are you talking about an unprofitable trader into profitable? Yeah, Julius, he's got a good point. Make sure to get that 100K course while it's on 99% discount. It will only be on a 99% discount for probably ever. But what if it's not? Okay, so it will be listed for 100. I swear to God, I don't know what it is. I will end up making some kind of like, I don't even know, like some kind of PDF of something, and I'll sell it for like $2, but I'm going to list it for like 100K. All right, this short is getting absolutely smoked here at 437 is where we're going to get stopped out because that's going to be DLL. Whoever took the long, was it Rosie? Rosie, your long is doing really well right now. Did we ever get to see the Lambo? I don't have it yet, but we will. Have you tried combining the plant? Yo, Lulu. That was close. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Lulu. If you didn't capitalize the dough and the dill, I would have said it. You would have totally got me. You would have absolutely got me. I looked at it because the capitalization. Micron's ripping. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, nice. Up almost 4% from the low here. What's my hold on? We gotta check and see what my call's at. We're up $150. Should I close and then post that I started with $1? Wait, it's so funny. Like if I go on my Robinhood account, all I have is that I was up with Tyler when we did the calls on did we do Tesla? Or I don't know what we did, and then we lost. And then now we're back ripping Micron. It's funny. I fucked up there. Yeah, telling you, if you didn't capitalize, I would have said it. Pretty good. It was pretty good. Just got your long 313 entry, not bad. Yo, Brad, good shit, dude. 313, right? Rode that for over 100 points. Nice job. You started but paused. Yeah, it was close. It was close. It was close. Take the money this time. Wait, let's see if we get stopped here at 437. Come on, don't do me dirty with that. Okay, we have one more reset. I'm going to do it one more time. We have to, because we have to do it for Micron. Is that 2.6? This is the last one I'm going to do. This is the last one. Only because I know I'm getting a payout. Well, if I blow it now, I'm going to be a little upset. You're in shorts since 2008. That's actually really funny. Spud, do 1,000 GTA 6 giveaways. Yo, should we start a little Spud community on GTA 6? What am I doing? I'll probably long for MU earnings, to be honest. Approaching GP on the last swing down. Yes. I got the GP here. I mean, we could. I don't know. Hey, let's do a poll. Okay, let's do it now. Show. Where do you guys think we go from here? We need that spot community. What time does earnings come out? It should be at the bell. Let's see. All right, reset so I don't look foolish. Hold on, let's just flex the other accounts for a second. I can't even hide that one. Whatever. Give me for the Dippy Spuddy Meaty Mickey. Yeah, that was a pretty goated keeper, wasn't it? Low key kind of want to get back into shorts, but I'm a little nervous what Micron's gonna do. 55% short. Is there no more MOC gamble? Oh, we could do it on MOC too, but if I lose, then I'm gonna have to reset it again. I don't really want to do that. Did we do it for MOC? We didn't necessarily lose it. We just hit DLL, but I just reset it at this point. All right, graduate. Oh, wait. Mickey eating Frenchie's Buddy eating Wendy's. Yo, that was like a freaking brain pause. I swear to God, if we just got like top ticked out of that, I'm going to be a little bit upset. Okay, hold on. Wait. Okay, we reset. Do we short it again? Okay, everybody says short. All right, we're going back in shorts. Is this literally where we got in earlier? Hold on. It is. It's like damn near the same entry from before. Okay, wait, this is actually perfect because hold on. If we dump from here, okay, hold on, guys. The LARP could still take effect. The LARP should still work here. The LARP could still work. Let's do like right there, and then we're gonna do like right. Yeah. Okay, this looks good. Oh, wait, actually, here, let's make it look even better. 18-point stop. Yeah. Okay, and then we're gonna target 200 points, and it'll be 11R. And then I'll show the screen, and then I'll show the chat, and then everybody will type W's after we get close to TP. Wait, I'm gonna take this off for a second. This is it. No, that's not the keyword, guys. Wait. Why is everybody typing that? It's literally not the keyword. How about a give for the mobile users? All right, Brian, it will be a very easy keyword. Guys, stop typing it. It's literally not a whatchamacallit. It's not a keyword. Literally not. Literally not the keyword. We hungry though. Do trivia givey. Oh yeah. Okay, we'll do trivia givey. Okay, let's do a couple of them. We can start right now. Also, it's not W. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. We gotta look up. All right, trivia. Okay. Really good trivia questions. Okay. Ooh, this is a good one. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is how it works. If you're just tuning in, pay attention to how the giveaway works, okay? Pay attention. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to ask a question. It's a trivia question, okay? For the giveaway. I'm going to ask a question. The answer is the keyword, okay? I will ask the question and give you 20 seconds because there is about a 7 to 9 second delay, and it should only take you about 1 to 2 seconds to type it out on a desktop or a phone. I timed it myself. It should literally take you like a half a second. So I will ask a question, and you have 20 seconds to answer, and then I pull the winner. If you win, put your Tradeify email in your YouTube description. You got it? Okay. Here we go. Now, let me put the key. Hold on, I gotta put the keyword in. Blah-de-ba-da-ba. Okay. Caps doesn't matter, by the way. All right. In 10 seconds, I will ask a question. So get ready. Put your thinking caps on, class. Put your thinking caps on. It is not capital sensitive. Get ready. 3 seconds. Okay. What is the tiny piece at the end of a shoelace called? Your 20 seconds starts now. What is the tiny piece at the end of a shoelace called? You have 5 more seconds. Actually, you have 7 more seconds now. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Your abundance frequency. Oh, congratulations. I'm pretty sure you're an OG. Nice job. I'm just going to get rid of this. Nice job. We had we got like 40 people within like 3 seconds. That was crazy. Seaweed. Plastic. Nice job. It was aglet. Your abundance frequency. You just need to type in the chat. Let me know that you're here. Flugel binder. He goes, yeah. Nice. All right. 50K light, not lightning funded. Sorry. 50K select. Because we'll do a few of these. Let's see. Okay. Nice job. Nice job. Nice job. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Remember, it's not the first to type it. You just enter. You basically type the keyword and then you get enter to win. Oh, this is a good one. This is a good one. This is a good one. Okay, hold on. This is a good one. MOC in 3 minutes, by the way. If you are in trade or waiting to take a trade, that is happening. Okay. Okay, you guys ready? You guys ready? Yeah, we'll do a few of these. We'll do a few of these. Don't worry. Okay, I'm going to ask it in 10 seconds. I'm going to ask it in 10 seconds. And remember, you have 20 seconds. Okay. The next question is, which kind of bulbs were once exchanged as a form of currency? Your 20 seconds starts right now. Which kind of bulbs were once exchanged as a form of currency? 11 seconds. 3 seconds. Boom. Paraloco, you won, brother. Congrats. It was tulips. You know what's funny is they should have told you it was plural. But it was tulips, plural, not tulip, because the question was bulbs, plural. Nice job, Paraloco with the win. Unreal. That is, it feels good to see Paraloco win. Wait, didn't he say? Wait, Paraloco, didn't you say that you've never won a giveaway? It was like this morning? Right. On your first day, you won a giveaway. What? Bro, crazy. Oh my God. It's not the first answer. Literally typing in the keyword ends up at putting you into the running. That's how it works. Tulip? Yeah, tulip. Oh, I don't know. The answer was tulips, at least with the trivia question. Which kind of bulbs were once exchanged as a form of currency? Tulips. It's the first time in over a year. Paraloca, you have maybe some of the worst luck, but maybe that means it's turning around. Yeah, there were only 4 entries. The odds are in your favor, brother. 5 seconds for MOC. Let's see what happens. Little pumpy, little dumpy, little bothy. Oh, heavy buy side. Low-key gonna flip with the last couple seconds left before we get liquidated here. That was the worst scenario. That was the worst thing we could have done. Okay, now I'm gonna do one last reset for MU earnings because I feel like this is gonna now pump. Nice job, Paraloco. That only 4 entries. That's why you won. Hey man, who cares? You still won. Okay, you still won. All right, now I gotta get another freaking reset. Okay, this is the last one. This is the last one. Last time we're sending an eval. Do more with 25Ks? Okay, we'll do some more with 25Ks. Are you guys agree with that? Do you like that? What do we think? Are we in agreement? Should we do like 3 more with 25Ks? Because we could do that. You're right. All right. We'll do more with 25K gross. Also, Micron is pumping, so this looks good. This looks good for our little call debit spread. We're up $196. He goes no. Okay. Let's see. What's a good one? Wait, actually, yeah, I'm gonna ask Claude. I'm gonna ask Claude for some good ones. New chat. Okay. Give me some fun trivia questions for the stream. 1-word answers, though. Silly goose. Oh, 5 more lightning. Not only making us richer, but smarter, too. Oh, okay, hold on. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is fun. This is fun. Okay. I like this. All right. Gonna do that. All right. Hopefully you guys can spell this. It's not hard, but hopefully you can. Okay. 8 seconds. I'm gonna ask you the question. Remember, if you're new here, or actually, I'll give it a second. If you're new here, we're doing trivia for giveaways. Okay. I ask a question to the chat. The answer is the keyword, and you have 20 seconds from the time that I ask to answer it before I pull it. The real Luca, Spud, emergency question. Yes, real Luca, I'm here. What do you need? And the ones that say no. Chicago, here I come. Let's go. Funty and Dan aren't present for today's game night. Will you be? Oh, I won't. I'll be on a flight. So we might have to, game night might have to be postponed to next Wednesday night. Unfortunately. Don't fret, though. We will make next Wednesday night worth your while. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. What a pump. Did this thing reset yet? Yeah, it did. Okay, now we long. Now we long into the stratosphere for MU earnings. Yeah, and then, guys, then I can post about it. Okay. I'm not coming to London. No, they didn't invite me. Yeah, I know I was missing the buys. Oh, well. Okay. Now I'm going to ask the next question, okay? Remember, trivia, answer it correctly, and it's the keyword for your entry. 20 seconds to answer. Okay. First question. In 5 seconds. 3, 2. Okay. In Minecraft, what do you need to find to make a nether portal? 20 seconds starts now. In Minecraft, what do you need to find to make a nether portal? Fart. Yeah, so it goes, oh God. 12 more seconds. See, this has a few answers. This has a few answers to it, so this will be interesting. Type whatever answer comes to mind. I'll give you 3 more seconds. Oh, yeah, a lot of you got this, okay? Boom. Dennis Ernest, you won. It was obsidian. Obsidian. You guys were right because there were several answers to this. So that was kind of a tough one, actually, now that I think about it. But Dennis Ernest, you won, good sir. Or unless you're Denise. Yeah, you won. 25K growth. Good work. Good work. We're gonna rep a few of these. 25K growth. Boom. I just typed all 3. A lighter. It's not who says it. Sorry, Carolina. It's not who says it first. It's just the answer puts you in. The answer is the keyword, and the keyword puts you into a randomly picked generator, in which it then will pick after the 20 seconds. So by typing it correct, you just basically enter the giveaway. I caught a user with Bitman. I'm the snitch now. What's Bitman? Bitman. One of the 6 bosses from Mega Man 3. How's my 150K select going? It's been a week since I won. That's a good question. I'll send that in the back here. All right, here comes another one. Get ready. Let's see. Ooh, this is a good one. Okay. Resetting the entries. Okay, so this one is in. All right, here we go. Next question. Lock in, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it means bot. What the hell? Calm out. Okay, next question. Right now. What is the only mammal that cannot jump? 20 seconds starts now. What is the only mammal that cannot jump? 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 2, 1. Boom. Omnifarious. You are the winner. Wow, there were only 17 people when I pulled that. Omnifarious. You are the winner. It was elephant. Bat. MU earnings in 3 minutes, by the way. Omnifair. Oh, you're there. Nice. 25K growth. Good job, brother. Or sister. All right, we'll do one more. I like this for real. It's better to block bots. Potato. Pretty sure I saw Dumbo jump. Yo, what? That's so funny. Oh, there is a red to orange. Oh. Okay. 30 seconds. 20 is too limited. The hard part is people start copying the keywords that majority starts to spam. Hold on. Let me see what the delay is. Okay, hold on. Beep. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait. Okay, so it's like 11 seconds. At 20 seconds should still be fine. You should still be able to type. All right, we'll do 20. We'll do 25 seconds. We'll do 25 seconds. If the delay is a minute for you, that's a skill issue. You know, there's a timer on your chart. That's what I was using. That's what I was just counting out loud. When is the chart when Spud is still counting for me? Okay, I'll do. All right, fine. I'll do 30 seconds. I'll do 30 seconds. All right, hold on. Okay. All right, last one, because I'm going to have to leave in like 10 minutes. Also, MU earnings should be coming out any second now. Okay, let's do... Oh, okay, I like this. Hold on. Okay. Now, the question I'm going to ask is gaming related. The answer is the original of what I'm about to ask, not the new. Okay. All right. Last one. Okay. I'll do 30 seconds, by the way. I'll do 30 seconds. I'm going to wait 13 seconds. I'm going to wait 13 more seconds. Get ready. All right. Here we go. The question is, what company makes the Halo series? Your 30 seconds starts now. When this gets to 13:30, I'll roll it. What company makes the Halo series? Not the new company, the original company that made the Halo series. Oh yeah, a lot of you guys are spelling it wrong. I'll pull it in 3 seconds. Holy pump on Micron. Oh my God, Schrodinger, we're rich. All right, boom. Alexa Lexi, you are the winner. Oh my freaking pump. Yo, I gotta get ready to pull the chat. I gotta get ready to pull the chat. All right, Alexi, Laura, you're the winner. Okay, hold on. Here's what we gotta do. This is the only way for me to, this is a great way for me to LARP. Hold on. Nice job, you won. Bungie was the GOAT, by the way. Bungie is literally the GOAT. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Okay, hold on. Okay, we're in a fat trade. We're in a literally fat trade. Okay, here's what I gotta do. Hold on, I gotta get the cam out. I get video. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Pause. Wait, Alexi, are you here? By the way, Alexi Alori. Nah, capitals don't matter. Alexi. Alexa, Lexi. Alexa, Lexi. Say that 5 times fast. Oh, you here? Love you too. Congratulations. You're a winner. You are a freaking winner. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Nobody go anywhere because I'm going to have to leave in like 8 minutes, okay? Here's what we're going to do. Okay, hold on. Bing, boom, bomb. Okay. I got to show. I got to show the accounts. This is going to be funny. Okay. And then we're going to do this. Okay. Okay. Okay, here's what we're going to do. All right. Wait, what's Micron doing? Are we absolutely... Oh my God, we're sending. Schrodinger, you're goated. Okay, here's what we're going to do. Now, everybody in like a few seconds, just start spamming W's in the chat. Maybe you'll see your name on my IG. All right. Okay. So I'm showing that I'm up 8K. Yup. Unrealized 8K, total P&L 19K. All right, spam the W's. Spam the W's. Oh yeah. Spam the W's. All right, we'll do another givey. Oh my God, we're up 9 bands. Yo, it's cooking. You guys are so funny. All right. You guys can stop. You don't have to spam W's anymore. We'll do another givey. I knew I could count on you guys. Oh my God, it's so funny. All right, good shit. Yo, Schrodinger, though, you're cracked. Wait, Schrodinger, you're insane. Hold on. All right. Okay, let's do a givey. Because you guys are goated. That's so funny. I can't wait to make a video out of that. Wait, hold on. Would this be plural or singular? Okay, we can do this. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put the keyword in. This is just anybody can win. Type it once, not twice. The keyword is the chat is the true goat. I didn't know if it was going to be goats or goats. Go ahead and spam that. Or, no, type it once. Only once. Type that. We'll do a 50K select for our last giveaway. I will also be out tomorrow and Friday. So this is good luck for everybody. Yeah, gonna miss you guys over the next couple of days. Wow, MU beat EPS by 24%. Simulate my returns. Oh my God, Schrodinger, we could be up $1,000 at this price if it keeps going. Hold on. Oh, max profit. Oh wait. Oh, it's $3,000 per. Max profit is $3,000 per. Oh. I have 4 of them. I get the right one. Wait. Oh my God, it's absolutely sending. Wait, did I actually? Hold on. Did I get the right one? Okay, so I got MU 1100/1110 calls. And if I simulate it, my max profit is... Oh, yeah. Because the price would be 10, and I got it basically at 3. Okay. So I can make 3. Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad. You start doing legit trades? I still do legit. Oh my God, it's up like $13,000. Holy shit. All right, picking the keyword. All right, Joyce Fernandez. You are the winner. You are the winner of a 50K select. I'm going to have to do the video again because now we're up 13K. So, like, I kind of have to. Joyce Fernandez, please. Oh, you're here. Nice. All right. I'm going to have to go in a couple minutes, but now the LARP could go even harder. Okay. So yeah, dead Chris bounce. You got to get like selects with no consistency. That's how you like bank. Okay. Now everybody starts spamming W's again. That shit is way too funny. 13 bans. That's so good. That's literally so good. Holy shit. Oh man, what a trade. What a trade. Oh my god, it's gonna be 15 bans. Holy shit. That's actually crazy. Wow. Full sending on MU was the play. That was actually the play. Good shit. All right, you guys can stop spamming W's. Don't spam W's. That was good. That was good. That's 15K. That's crazy. All right, well, we passed this eval. 16K. Oh my god. Fucking 400 points. Holy shit. All right. Made 1K from the longs. Good shit. Okay. I've got a dip. I've got a plane to catch. One hell of a stream today, guys. That was a ton of fun. I'm going to be out tomorrow and Friday, but I will be in the chat asking to go long or short at the open, most likely, unless I am on the Tron ride. So anyway, thank you everybody for tuning in today. Godspeed, God bless, and I'm going to see you all next Monday. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you later.